what it mean to be the best. Riding foes, feeling unimpressed, make me reminisce. Throwing bows, bend the corner, set my mind up on the goal. All I know is stay down, bad, I'm the goal. Okay, feel like the best, the great. Now there ain't no debate. Yeah. Okay, feel like the best, the great. Now there ain't no debate. Yeah. I ain't gotta say much. Know the boy got a touch. Another win for the rush. Another win for the rush. See me once and got a crush. See you twice and that's enough. Get the ring sized up. And that's for the championship. Yeah, I dropped in. Feeling like I need a top 10. Clean sweep, get the mop in. No roof, yeah, I hopped in. Champagne spraying, popped in. Paramedics on the speed dial. Turn the party to a mosh pit. Locked in. Supreme confidence, can't do broken promises. You can't talk the way I talk when you ain't got no accomplishments. On top taking up space, ain't no room for occupants. Always knew I had to glow, ain't no chance of blocking it. Okay, feel like the best, the great. Now there ain't no debate. Yeah. Okay, feel like the best, the great. Now there ain't no debate. Yeah, I dropped in. Feeling like I need a top 10. Clean sweep, get the mop in. No roof, yeah, I hopped in. Champagne spraying, popped in. Paramedics on the speed dial. Turn the party to a mosh pit. Locked in. Okay, feel like the best, the great. Now there ain't no debate. Yeah. Okay, feel like the best, the great. Now there ain't no debate. Yeah.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Evolution Era Media, the YouTube channel, right? I am your girl, Evolution Brooklyn. I know I've been away for a little minute. For those that don't know, I did get hurt at work. You know what I'm saying? Even now, I'm taking it very light. You know what I'm saying? With the movements and stuff, my arm got hurt. But guess what? You can't keep a good woman down. And I'm one of the best. I'm just going to say that. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to everybody here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that will be coming. I heard there's some sports events going on. I'm not even going to talk about it yet. Because every time I talk about it before the game is over, if there is what I think is going on, you know what I'm saying? It goes back. So I'm not even going to talk about it. I just want to introduce those that do not know me yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where you have been. Yes, I did take a week off. But I am your girl, Evolution Brooklyn of Evolution Era Media. All right? You know what I'm saying? You can find me on all social media platforms, you know what I'm saying? Getting in there, getting to know the people, you know what I'm saying? Uplifting, challenging, and trying to make my people better by any means possible, especially my black women. But I love my black kings too, you know what I'm saying? We all in this together, and we got to get united. So, if you are looking for me, let me break it down. I'm on every social media platform as Evolution Era Media, all one word, except Facebook. And shout out to those on Facebook. Yes, we are streaming over here tonight. You know what I'm saying? If you are over on Facebook, you looking at this, show your girl some love. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I give nothing but love back. Over there, I am Destiny with 2 E's. Evolution Brooklyn, all one word. Please spell out Brooklyn, the whole word. You got what I'm saying? Destiny with 2 E's, Evolution Brooklyn, all one word. And J at the end, J-A-E, all right? Those that know me as a DJ, the name is DJ Destiny J, all right? So I just put it all together, you know what I'm saying? So however you looking at for me, you know what I'm saying, you'll find me. So that's what it is. And also, on X, which is the new, you know You know what I'm saying? But old Twitter, it used to be called Twitter. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for me on Spaces or just over there trying to see what I'm doing, you're looking for products, whatever you're looking for, I'm over there as UniqStarEnt. All right? That is the name of my company, UniqStarBarnd. Okay? Yes. I'm working on changing that because I know I'm confusing a couple of y'all, and I definitely don't want to do that. So I'm going to get it right. Give me like before the week is over, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to change that. You know what I'm saying? And if you are looking for my products, you know what I'm saying, some of the stuff that I do, you want to learn a little bit more about me, all right? Guess what? You can go over to www.uniqstarbrand.com. Okay, that is UniqStarBrand.com. Find your girl, you know what I'm saying? Show me some love. Get some of my products. I swear you're going to fall in love. You know what I'm saying? If you are not in love with me yet, I don't know what's wrong with you. But them products definitely going to make you fall hard. You know what I'm saying? You definitely coming back as a repeat customer. Trust that. Okay? Now, since we getting all the propers out the way, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to those on Instagram also. You know what I'm saying? We got the King D Blackberry _01. Shout out to you, King. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for the love. You know what I'm saying? I will look and get the other names. Give me a moment. There is something that I also need to say, and I need to put it in the beginning of the video so people don't miss it, all right? I'm looking at the numbers. I'm looking at the way y'all watch these shows. You know what I'm saying? So, subscribe. Yes, we need you guys to subscribe if you are watching this show. A lot of people don't know I'm on tonight. You know what I'm saying? I did the promotion I needed to do, but you know what I'm saying? You know, I should have done some more. A lot of y'all gonna come in late, but that's all right. You know what I'm saying? I may be here. All right, y'all deserve them extra hours. But look, subscribe, okay? Hit that subscribe button. If you are still watching, if there is anything that you see that you like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You want a chick to get excited about anything, guess what? Hit that subscribe button. If you are over on Facebook, Instagram, Spaces, Twitch, wherever you are, Bigo, I don't give a damn. Snapchat, come on over and show your girl some love and please subscribe, okay? I also need you guys to hit that like button. The like button shows YouTube that, you know what I'm saying? You glad your girl is back and you still want to see this content and everything that's nice, all right? You know what I'm saying? Also, I need you also to hit that notification bell. Now, I'm going to tell you why to hit that notification bell right after a little sample video. Yes, I never tell you anything and don't show you how to do it. You know what I'm saying? It may sound like I'm talking in circles, but look at this video. It's going to make it a little bit better. I'm explaining a little more, all right? Like the head, here it go, y'all. All right, yes, so that is it. Everything I just said. I need you guys to subscribe. The subscribe button may look like that long button with the subscribe word on it, or it may have the triangle like the play button like you see on the DVD or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hit that button, okay? Show your girl some love if you haven't. If you have, you know you already got my love. I appreciate you, know what I'm saying, and I appreciate the support. All right, you know what I'm saying? Also, like I said before, hit the like button. It don't cost nothing to hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't ask for a lot. Hit that like button, all right? You know what I'm saying? Even if you're watching it tomorrow, let me know you saw it, you know what I'm saying? Let me know some other people saw it, you know what I'm saying? Show me some love. And the notification bell is for you, all right? It's going to be some new shows. I've been working on a lot. I haven't just been laid up because let me tell you something. The pain from this arm, I've been laid up, all right? You know what I'm saying? But I've been working on a lot. Y'all know I've been brainstorming. Y'all know, hey, I hold a lot on this brain. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and I'm bringing a lot to you. Y'all ain't going to see some of this stuff coming that I'm bringing to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to highlight other people in my community and put them on Front Street and let y'all get to know them. You know what I'm saying? And some of their great thoughts, too. It's not just all about evolution. You know what I'm saying? We helping our community. Okay? That notification bell going to let you know when some of these new shows come up. I'm not going to tell you about all of them. Some of them I'm just going, hey, we here. I'm just going straight up on it, all right? So definitely do that. Let me shout out some more people that I do see here. Shout out to the King Tobias Boone 23 on Instagram. Shout out to you. I say Evo. Shout out to you, King. And also, We got the Queen Kwame. Now, y'all know that's a clip queen. I've been meaning to call her. Kwame, I got a good job for you. I'm going to need your help, girl. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Queen, I'm going to hit you up. You know what I'm saying? I definitely found something great that I would love for you to do. You know what I'm saying? So, you'll hit me up. I'm going to be stalking you. We're going to work it out. I love you, Queen. I definitely miss you. All right? Yes. Y'all know how I do. I dash in and out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to be back and trying to make sure this thing go right. All right? Now, there's something else I want to talk about, right? A lot of people ask me, what is EVO-ISMS? You know what I'm saying? I got that a couple of times today as I was trying to get it out there to different people. I'm going to tell you what EVO-ISMS is. EVO-ISMS is my way of saying what I feel about some of the stuff that's going on in the world. It's like hard news. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have to watch my mouth. I don't have to be politically correct. You know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff that y'all want to say is going to come out of my mouth tonight. Unless y'all came up. And I am going to put the link up in a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? But it is a way of me to express myself, and I ain't really held responsible for none of this. Not tonight. Now, you may catch me on Thursday. I might have to talk a little different. But we just want to talk about some stuff, whether it's the audacity of stuff. You know, it could be, okay, this is good. You know what I'm saying? I like what's going on. Yeah, we're going to talk about it as a community. You know what I'm saying? All right, shout out to Kwame. Yes, come over. Queen, I need you. Definitely come on over. Thank you, Queen. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We just talk. I say what the hell I want to say because I can say it. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey. All right, and I'm gonna have fun doing it. And I should have a drink, but I don't. I should, but I cannot do that. I'm on pain medication, so we ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be totally free, tonight is the night. I'm dropping all links, whether they in DMs, you know what I'm saying, in text messages on your phone, behind scenes, whatever, in this chat. I need all my evolutionaries to come out and show some love. All that quiet stuff don't work here. Whether you got to type it or come up and say it, you got to do what you got to do. And I ain't judging nothing. I'm done. I'm not judging nothing. No judgment. We're going to say it like it is. If you're from New York, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Shout out to New York, big Brooklyn. All right? You know what I'm saying? Nothing changed. Trust me, nothing changed. All right? And we're going to shout out to some of the kings and queens that's in the building tonight. We have the king. Thank you so much, Wilson Bass. Shout out to you. Good evening. Good night, king. All right. Great to see you here. And also, we got the king, Iman Brown. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Iman. I know. Iman got hurt at work. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't been the same since. But, you know what I'm saying? You can't hold a good woman down. Y'all know how I am. Tough as nails. It's nothing. All right? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get through it. All right? I'm going to get through it. All right? So that's what it is. Good to see you, King. And let's give y'all the title. What we talking about tonight, right? I thought that I would kind of gear it to a certain thing. Y'all know I watch everything. I see everything. You know, so I'm like, I'm seeing a consensus here. Like, I'm seeing a consistent thing that's going on right now. We're going to talk about some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can tailor it to the audience. But I'm starting to see a certain thing going on, and I want to talk about it, right? And yes, shout out to you, Iman. Yes, Brooklyn is not a borough. It is a blood type. Holla at you, girl. Okay, yes, that's what it is. It's all in my blood. It's still on my back, even though I ain't at 100%. All right, that's what it is. Thank you, Mom. Shout out to you, King. Yes. Let me tell you what tonight's show is about. Y'all know I like to put it down here. Yeah. So this is what tonight's show, all right? This is EVO-ISMS Live. It's episode 123. We had a couple of them things, all right? You know what I'm saying? And it is. Are our ladies acting bad? You know what I'm saying? We going to highlight the queens tonight. And not in the way y'all think. We're going to talk about some serious stuff. You know what I'm saying? And there will be another EVO-ISMS show this week, so y'all got to look for that. I'm not even going to tell you what date, you know what I'm saying, and what time. Y'all just see the poster. Hopefully everybody is following me on Instagram, Evolution Era Media, all one word. Yeah, follow me over there. I put out, a lot of posts and a lot of stuff to let y'all know when your girl is coming on and what show it is, because y'all know I got a lot of them. Oh, it's about to be a lot more. All right. Yeah. Okay, the Queen Kwame said that she gonna be on her way over here. Yes, that's what we doing. All right. So, if you are new to the show, y'all know this is a clip show. Now, everybody's doing clips and stuff like that. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. If y'all haven't seen what's been happening to y'all that's doing certain clips, and I ain't hating. I'm just noticing. Like that Pop the Balloon and stuff like that. Yeah, YouTube is biting y'all ass right now. I'm just going to say it. There's a lot of people getting in trouble because they whole segment, their whole show is about somebody else's show. Now we're not doing it. Now I may give you a little shine. I may talk about something you did in the world, but it ain't gonna be my whole damn show. We're not doing that. But more power to you, because a lot of y'all find out the hard way. It's okay. It is okay. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to do Pop the Balloon, but it looked like it's a little too hard. Like it's a little too many repercussions coming for that show. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we should do a Pop the Balloon over here. You know what I'm saying? EVO-ISMS style. What you think? Like something like that, because it's coming with a hefty price. And y'all know what I mean? Y'all do y'all research. You know what I'm saying? Maybe next show I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. But y'all know my ears always to the street. And I'm seeing a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes and people bringing it to the light. So y'all be careful on that. You know what I'm saying? Get your ass, y'all be careful on that is all I'm going to say. I was recently talking to one of my people, you know what I'm saying? And I had made a statement and he was like, what? Not again, right? So I'm going to show y'all when I say, or when he said not again, what he was talking about. And some of y'all may already know this. But let me show y'all first what I'm talking about. Let's get this up here first. And I will drop that link so y'all can come up definitely. Let's I ain't done this in a while, Here we go. Let's talk about this. I got some feelings, and I'll say them. But y'all let me know. You know what I'm saying? What it's looking like, if I'm hitting, you know what I'm saying? If I'm right on point, what we doing, and I'll get a minute so y'all can see it. All right, and maybe I need to change the background. Y'all let me know if it's a little too racy, but that's some of my girls acting bad back there, Megan Thee Stallion, and the girl Lizzo. We're going to talk about both of these ladies. You know what I'm saying? We definitely going to hit on that. All right, shout out to Leather Flower Design. Shout out to you, Queen. Yes, we are over here at YouTube. If y'all have YouTube, y'all should have YouTube pages by now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come on over, show your girl some love, subscribe if you are not subscribed. You know what I'm saying? If you on Instagram, thank you so much for the love. I appreciate it. Now let me read some of this caption to you. I don't know if this is a lot of shock to a lot of people, but the more people I talk to about this, they are shocked, and I'm a little confused by that, and I'm gonna tell you why. And then okay, so let's look at it. It's Rihanna. And it's A$AP Rocky. A$AP Rocky was recently in trouble. He got off. I showed y'all the video. How happy he was, how proud, he was to be going back to his family. He has 2 kids with Rihanna. Y'all know Rihanna, you know what I'm saying? This Miss Billionaire, she got that guap. She is into everything, music, Fenty Beauty, and she got like the pajamas and the lounge wear and the night wear and all this stuff, right? And I really don't understand why I say music. And, okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because we ain't got no music in a long time. I'm just gonna say that. Maybe when the bosses get big, they don't want to do what got them to the top no more. You got what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it is. When you got $1 billion, you got what I'm saying? You got these companies and stuff like that. Maybe she don't need to make music no more. A lot of people are starting to feel a certain way, about not having the music, her having kids. I mean, the way I feel about it, and y'all please tell me how y'all feel about it in these comments. Hey, Evolutionary Chat, y'all know what to do. How do y'all feel about Rihanna? And I'm gonna say, I wish she would make more music. I love Rihanna, I really did. Do I feel a way about her having children? No, I mean, not really. And I'm gonna tell you why, because she's at the perfect age where if you're gonna have them kids, have them. You know what I'm saying? Some of us started late, some of us didn't want it. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to have if you want to have children, you know, you want to have the man, hey, more power to you, queen. This is a billionaire. This is not a regular lady. Okay? She taking care of all the kids that she birthed. Her husband is, I mean, he's a rapper. Okay? Hey, he a rapper, you know, and the reason I say that, and I'm getting choked up, I gotta get me some water, but what was his last album? But he was in trouble, right? So, but he is a model, gorgeous man, you know what I'm saying? When he's modeling, gorgeous man. So, are we mad at them? That's what I want to know. Because I had a friend, and he said, what? She pregnant again? Damn, yo, how many kids she gonna have? I didn't know she was pregnant. I'm like, oh, I thought everybody knew she was pregnant. The last ball, it was that Renaissance ball, if I'm not mistaken. She was all covered up like Mother Hen. Most of the time we see her, she covered up like Mother Hen, like everything is covered. She huge. This is the time for her to have kids. I'm just gonna be honest. If you're going to do it, this is the way you're supposed to do it. Some of us didn't get the memo. But can you hate? Like, can you hate on her for that? And the reason I'm laughing is because you can take this so many ways. It's just like when Cardi B had the kids. But I'm going to be honest. Cardi B, she didn't stop. While she was having the kids, she was fairly new. You know what I'm saying? We ought to been this thing for a long time. You know, she didn't stop with the albums, and we had a Cardi B album in a long time either. She didn't stop with the albums until Cardi, that stuff with Offset, and look at her now. Let me tell you something. If I was Cardi, shout out to New York, you know what I'm saying? And my man had done me like that, and we going through all this stuff. I don't think I'd have went and got another man. I think I'd have went and chased that bag even more. But, you know, she is a millionaire and stuff like that. How much money do you need? But I'm just saying, because now fans are feeling a certain way, just like with Rihanna. Because y'all keep having these babies, y'all not doing nothing else. You know what I'm saying? But the women are liking the fancy beauty. Some of us are shining. You know what I'm saying? So at least she's into other things. Cardi just kind of chilling. You know what I'm saying? Going to games, you know, helping other people's career. But it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are a little resentful. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hear it in my voice. Yeah. Some of us are a little resentful. Hey, shout out to Dr. Steele. Hey, yes, I am back. I am back. I got some great things coming for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be talking about that in a little while. And let me shout out to Leather Flowers. Thank you so much for coming over. I appreciate you. Now that was love. The stuff I be asking for, Leather Flowers just did. She came over from Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And I know Leather Flowers, please tell me you subscribed. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. That's love. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if y'all got anything else to say about Rihanna and A$AP Rocky, y'all please let me know. As for me, I'm okay with this. Because technically she is doing... Okay, this is the only other thing. Let's talk about it. I was kind of going to leave it out. This is another thing. There was a conversation online, and it was, Rihanna's having all these babies, and when is she going to get married? Now, when I first heard that, my look, y'all let me know how y'all feel. My outlook on it was, she the one with the money. Why she need to get married? No, and that sounds so bad. I know that sounds terrible. But it's like, if she get married, she got to split that money. So she going to have the same issue that a lot of men going to have. You know, we're going to talk something about that soon, too. Remember, I said this. Unless she get a prenup. Now A$AP got some money. He got a little bag. You know what I'm saying? So, but it don't compare to her bag. You know what I'm saying? ASAP is a come up all the way around. Okay? The more babies she had, the more he is locked in. I'm gonna be honest. I think ASAP is a genius. ASAP in there 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the man is a genius. I think he is doing his thing, and I think he is solidifying his spot. If that the modeling stuff don't work out, guess what? Okay, he got 3 of them things now, not 2. 3. And I think he keep putting them babies in her. You know what I'm saying? Either solidify his spot or like, you know what I'm saying? I was talking to the one, and like he was saying, he said, I hate to say this, but it does show how men think sometimes, right? He was like, hey, the best way to keep these hoes home, put a baby in them. I don't know. Did she need to be home? Was Rihanna out in the streets like that? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Rihanna ever ran the streets or anything like that. Are they trying to keep each other? I mean, they having children. That's the best way to say, I want you, I'm going to have your child. But hey, if you feel different than I do, more power to you. I am not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. This is the age that you are supposed to, if you are going to have children. This the age right here. That's you so do it right now. They are both in their prime, they both successful. You know what I'm saying? Why not? One thing I am not is a hater. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because a lot of us are doing it wrong. I hate to say that, but we are doing it wrong. And we get to the end of life, and I ain't gonna say the end of life. I'm gonna say we get older, and then we have these regrets. And you know what I'm saying? Now, they are not married. That is actually the way to do it right. But hey, I kind of understand it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I probably won't want to split that bag either. Y'all let me know how y'all feel, but I don't think I want to split that bag either. I'm just going to put it out there and say that. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Rihanna. I think she's doing an amazing job at what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? She consistent with them babies. Definitely consistent with them babies. You know what I'm saying? And I got a couple of things, right? So I'm going to talk about something else. I want to ask y'all in the comments before I take that off the screen. I want to ask y'all in the comments. At what age do you think a woman should start to have a family? Now, this is the thing. I mean, if she's not married, then what would be the age? I'm trying to figure this out. This has been a really big debate. I don't think it's a real actual answer. I think it's, how can we say it? It's like a society trained type thing. Like, what does society say? What's right, in the eyes of the people now? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. And yes, she is Caribbean. I think she's Bayesian, if I'm not mistaken. So do they have a certain way of doing things? Are they big on marriage? I never thought about that, Iman Brown. Like how does that work? Let me know. How does that work? Do they have a lot of babies over there? I'm gonna be honest. Where I'm from in New York, the only people that have babies like roaches. Well, damn, I ain't gonna say roaches. Like rabbits. Oh, sorry. I meant to say rabbits. Like rabbits. I didn't mean to offend nobody. I meant to say rabbits. Lord Jesus. It's the Spanish people, like the Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans, even sometimes like you get the Panamanians, you get anybody of Spanish descent, some type of way, the Mexicans, and hopefully I ain't offending nobody, but that's how I see it in New York. One house, of a Spanish descent, it's like 15 of them in a 2-bedroom apartment. I'm just going, hey, we telling all truths tonight. Okay? Now, the Caribbean people, my only stint was like, maybe some Caribbean boyfriends and stuff like that. They usually had like max 2-3 kids. But y'all let me know. Maybe y'all had a different experience. See what I'm saying? But I don't see too much of that in the Caribbean, But hey, you know what I'm saying? She's setting the new precedents. And I ain't mad at her. Let that woman have all the babies she wants. You know what I'm saying? The more she had babies, the more, I don't know how this works. She got more money than him, so I can't even say she locking him down. He locking that ass down because she got more money. But shout out to them. I am not, hey, it's what it is. It's definitely what it is, right? So at this point in time, I'm gonna bring a couple of things to y'all that y'all may not have heard. Okay. Now that was one. All right. If you didn't know that, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you now, Okay. Ain't gonna be no albums no time soon. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just better listen to the old stuff. You know what I'm saying? And and reminisce, because that's what it's going to be, some reminiscing for your ass, because she ain't no music no time soon. You know what I'm saying? It's just not it. Let Beyonce do her thing. She has handed over the torch. Okay? Let Beyonce do her thing, and even Beyonce, like, she getting a little older, and ain't going to be too many more albums. I mean, she done with country. I think that was the last one. I could be wrong, because, Beyonce is that girl. I'm probably wrong. I hope I am. You know what I'm saying? I hope I am. Did I get into Cowboy Carter? Some songs, 16 Cabbages was mine. But, it's some stuff. Not really cowgirl. You know what I'm saying? But it's all right. It's Beyonce. We love everything Beyonce do, right? All right. And let me put this here. You know what I'm saying? Please. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the building, hit the like button. Show your girl some love. We also have something called super chats, all right? It's where you show your girl some love for working so hard, all right? When y'all type them comments, it is that $ right next to it. Hit that and show your girl some love too. We have a quota tonight of 5 super chats. You know what I'm saying? I know it's early, but try to get that in. Like I said, we doing all women, right? So here's another one I thought was interesting. And I'm going to bring y'all back to something with this one. And I'm going to tell you why we about to learn a lesson that a lot of our celebrities, our Black celebrities, haven't learned yet. Let's talk about it, right? Because I'm starting to think that they get this money and they go blind, or they don't understand the rules to the game. Something wrong, right? So let's talk about it. And I'll give y'all a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And shout out, this actual clip comes from Instagram. I'm pretty sure they got other sites, but it is called Black Millionaires _ All right. Shout out to them. I get a lot of information, a lot of stuff that I didn't know financial wise. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that's happening to regular people. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that shows you about the community, the Black community, and things like that. They tailor to that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that'll really help you out with your credit and all that stuff. Y'all look into that. You know what I'm saying? Look into the people that I follow on my pages, my Instagram, my Facebook, and stuff like that. And, I get a lot of financial help and stuff like that. So it'll help you out, all right? Like I said, we talk about the women tonight. You know what I'm saying? We starting light, right? So, and I'll just read it, all right? Salt and Pepper sue UMG, all right? Accusing labor of refusing to turn over ownership rights and pulling records from streaming sites. The duo seek upwards of $1 million in damages. Now, all right, so I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it. This group right here has been going through a lot for a long time, right? As far as like staying together, the unity, right now they remind me a little bit of like TLC, when they was going through their stuff with the label, or even like Tony Braxton with the you know what I'm saying? They ain't get to the bankruptcy and all that stuff and nothing like that. But I'm just gonna say it. And let me put on my allegedly button, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't get my damn self in trouble. But How many times these artists gonna learn that these companies, and we keep saying it, they don't like, you know what I'm saying, when you put them on Front Street, when you sue them, Prince, Diddy, Michael Jackson, damn, I could go on forever. Tony Braxton, TLC, dang, I'm just thinking it's so many. Like, what we doing? Now, I understand you need your money. You need your money is what it is. I get it. I get it. But I just wish it was another way, because then we start to see, allegedly, we start to see really bad stuff happen to, I'm saying, our celebrities, in their real life, I mean, damn, should I go on? I ain't gonna say the big one. I ain't gonna say it. I just said Whitney. I ain't gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. It ain't too wise to be playing with these companies like this. The biggest one that's setting out to me right now that I can speak about is Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, now we keep so much focus on that liquor company. But there were other stuff that this man got in trouble for. And we ain't going to act like, you know what I'm saying, we don't know about it. Because a lot of us do. We just ain't going to say it. And I understand. You know what I'm saying? Now, I feel bad for these women. I haven't thought about salt and pepper until I saw this clip and I posted up some music to go with it tonight when I was advertising for it. You know what I'm saying? And the song was Ain't None of Your Business. I love that song. You know what I'm saying? Hey. And hopefully they get what's due to them. You know what I'm saying? And if they were done wrong, hopefully it works out. And it doesn't work out like past discrepancies that our celebrities, especially, you know what I'm saying, our Black kings and queens have been having in the past with these record companies and these people that, decide to do them wrong in the knife in it. Like that's all I'm gonna say on that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only gonna cover a couple. I just want to talk about the ladies. Have y'all been hearing a lot of stuff about salt and pepper? And let me tell you something, salt and pepper been around forever. Okay, forever. And I don't know. I'm just looking for them to be all right. That's all I'm gonna say. That one is kind of really hard to talk about because you gotta say the right thing, especially if you are in the YouTube game. And y'all, it's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. And I'm going to talk about something else, right? And let me put this up on the screen for y'all. We highlighting all the queens, right? Let me jot that down. I'm going to put another one up here for y'all. Okay. And here's this one. And y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. I'm a little proud about this. Do I take it seriously? I should. Can it be done? Yeah, I don't see why not. I don't see why not. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. All right. And let me give it a few minutes to come up here on the screen. And there's a lot of stuff here. You know what I'm saying? But, okay, let's talk about it. Here we go.
Today, we are visiting my Popeyes before it opens. It's just bones, but in a few months, it'll be chickens. Oh, look what I got. That's how you catch a hottie. Oh my God. I'm scared. So this is like the regular window, and then this is a pickup window.
Right. This is where you can look right in the back, see everybody work. Hoping you're going to come make some chicken, huh?
I'm going to come make some.
Speakers all over the place.
Yes.
And anytime something plays where you're going to sing or talk, whatever you do, music lowers, goes right on the screen.
Okay. Okay, let's talk about the biscuits. We need to make breakfast at Popeyes. Breakfast biscuits.
I think we're still figuring it out.
We gotta get.
When you sit everything goes right into there.
I'll just make sure you putting the dance floor back here.
So I'm gonna check the light. I like this.
There's so many. I wear many hats. I get in the booth. I wear that hat.
Okay, so
I get in my Popeyes. I wear this hat. You know, here.
You need something over there.
We gotta go crazy.
First of many.
The first one.
okay, so and I'll just read it. Megan the Boss, all right, the Boss. The rapper announced she's opening her own Popeyes restaurant. Even Megan has something to say. I'm gonna read that. She said, "My very own Popeyes is opening this summer, hotties." She said, "I just visited my location." She said, "While she's still just boned," so she said the location is brand new, as we can see. She said, "This is about to be the latest Popeyes ever." And let me tell you something. I'm so happy to see our queens. You know what I'm saying? Hey, she's doing like the other queens we talked about. At least Rihanna, getting into more things, you know what I'm saying? Not just music. I think she'll be one of the girls that will still put out music. Even though I'm be honest, she's not putting out music like she used to, and we're going to talk about why. We definitely going to talk about why. We're going to hit on it. Let me tell you something. It is something about owning your own business, seeing it flourish. I am really happy for this queen. I think, she's been through a lot. I think she really deserves this. I think she's gonna do good with this. Like, I really like that. Now, Popeyes. Now, could I ever see Megan selling chicken? I'm gonna be honest, Popeyes is fire. Hey, it's gonna be the summertime, and it'd be hot when you don't want to slave over that stove. Can you imagine going to Megan? You know what I'm saying? The Stallion Popeyes. It's gonna be gangster. It's gonna be lit over there, like she said. I think it's a beautiful thing. I would never pair her up with chicken. It's just like Angel Reese. I kind of didn't pair her up with like McDonald's. But you see different people doing it. Cardi B and McDonald's, like different things. I think it's a beautiful thing. Just like I thought I would see Cardi B with sneakers. You know what I'm saying? And them sneakers was around for like a month or so. I don't know. I don't even remember what they look like. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of good to hit over in other markets. So black people like chicken. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Black people like chicken. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Is if the chickens go away today, some of us will never be the same. You know what I'm saying? We would not know life as it was. It would be different. Okay, what we talking about? All right. I think it's genius. I remember when I had I kept seeing these edible arrangements. And at the time, it was the easiest thing to get into owning your own edible arrangements. Now, I don't know if edible arrangements are still around, but at the time, they were hot. I remember when they were hot. I looked into that for a minute. Then, they started telling me some of the stuff that come with it. And it'd be hard to hold down a regular job and still do that. And, and it was just like, And I'm glad I didn't. Because even to this day, you don't see a lot of them around. You get what I'm saying? And at the time, there's so many of them, you got to make them, one of them got to be different. Just like I'm hoping Meg, when she do hers, she put a different flair to it. She come up with a new sauce or something. She make it a little different, or it's just going to be like going to another Popeyes. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully her prices are better because she got a lot of money, right? You know what I'm saying? Hopefully her prices, maybe her prices be $1 cheaper. We never know. But I'm proud of sis. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's genius. Maybe I need to look into, get another establishment again. What's stopping? Not a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? And like something like McDonald's and and these other places are very easy to get into. If your money right. Now she making her own, but then you gotta look. That's Meg. Meg got that guap. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody says she got that guap. All right, so that's a good thing. Definitely. Yes, and let's see. Okay, Dr. Steele said, yes, open a business. Yes, it is a wise thing to do. When you retire, get away from profession. It makes millions for you. Open business. Yeah, it is a good idea. I think it's genius. I really think it's genius. I think she on to something with that. Because I'm going to be honest. The way they are dragging our girl right now, the way they are dragging Meg, I love Meg Thee Stallion. I think her body is beautiful and it's natural. Like, I love the girl. I don't care. But the way they are dragging, you know, her right now, and she's still young and, yeah, I'm saying impressionable and all that, you know, it's kind of a shame. I'm kind of disappointed how they doing her. You know what I'm saying? It's because we still don't know what happened in the back of the, we don't know what happened in the back of the band. I'm just going to say, we're going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna talk about it. We definitely gonna talk about it. All right, shout out to the King Down with a guy. You know, all the ladies love down. Thank you, King. I appreciate it. You know, yeah. Yes, I think it's a good idea. I really do. I really think it's a good idea. You know? Dr. Skill, okay. Oh, a football player opened a bar, but his business ran so poorly. It was on Bar Rescue. Now, I'm going to tell you something about the bar. I was a bartender for 12 years, right? Before I got into what I'm doing now, even before I was a DJ. The bar business is very finicky. When I tell you it's so finicky, then you're dealing with a lot of people that are intoxicated. You know, you really got to know what you're doing to go into the bar business. Getting that liquor license is crazy. Now you got to have a food license if you serve anything as far as food. It's a lot of stuff. And I was there for 12 years. You know what I'm saying? You know, it is a lot. Hey, Rob.
Hey,
Shout out to you, King. Yes. It is a lot. It is a lot to yeah, let me tell you something. And I want to say this. Anybody that's thinking about getting their own business, they're thinking about branching out their own establishment, a franchise, please know what you are doing. Because usually when you go into these franchises, you are putting your money up first. Before you make any damn thing, you are putting up your money first. I have looked into laundromats, car washes. When I tell you I've looked into it all, you know what I'm saying? And you really got to do your research. You got to have the time too, you know? Yeah, shout out to John Taffy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like it's a lot. It's a lot. If you don't have that time or patience or even the capacity to lose some of your money to begin with, you might lose a big chunk before you make, you know, before you make that money. Yeah. Please do your research. Now, when you got money like Meg to blow, you can blow it. You can make another album and get it back. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? But when you are like us regular folks, think about that. Think about that money. You know what I'm saying? Because money don't come in like, you know, it don't. Hey, what's up, Coach Frank? Yeah, it was Rob. Rob Hines was here. Hopefully he come back. You know what I'm saying? It had a little echo. Hopefully he come back. Yeah, so, you know, I'm going to just say, shout out to the girl, Meg. You know what I'm saying? Should we go into the, you know, the elephant in the room with Meg? Okay. And let's go into it. And I got one of my peoples to tell y'all a little bit about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I got a couple of my peoples that wanted to talk about it. Is it, how can I say it? It's a little damaging for your girl. You know what I'm saying? But I think she's going to pull through because she got the right people around her. You know, and I did see some of this. We might just go ahead and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Here we go. I got a couple of clips for this one. You know, I was going to say this for a little bit later, but since we are talking about Meg, you know it's what it is, right? So here's the first one. We're going to go through. And y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Unadulterated, you know what I'm saying? Unfiltered, let me know. Here we go.
Won't unite the people. That he was witness to the conversation Miss Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times. Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. Not long ago,
I'm getting sick and tired of you bitches. Because the shit you bitches been pulling lately is unbelievable, but 9 times out of 10, just got 48 hours to figure out who's going to be responsible for this happening to him. There's no fucking reason my man Tory should have got stabbed 14 times. We been knew you fucking did it. And you knew she did it. But you got on live and said, Tory, you shot me. We know he didn't shoot you. Now your fucking bodyguard then came out and told the truth. Kelsey. Now you got full immunity, Kelsey. They not gonna lock your dumb ass up. But you need to come forward and tell us the fucking truth. Meg, you need to chop your foot off now, actually, for lying and almost getting my man Tory packed up. The Mexicans don't even fuck with you like that. Why they wilding up Tory? Get Tory home now.
James informed Unite the People
All
that
right,
he was
right.
witness to the conversation Miss
Now-
Harris had, where she stated,
Let me start this. That was one of one, right? And if y'all don't know who that is my boy from New York. His name is I Am Ray. That is Ray, R-A-Y-Y-Y. And there's another Ray, Y-Y-Y. So it's 3 Y's. I Am Ray, 3 Y's, y'all. Y'all check out, you know what I'm saying, some of his stuff. He was a little harsh there. Let me tell you something. In New York, it is something about the New York dudes, but they take this Megan and Tory thing, they take it very personal. Why it is so personal? I really don't know why it's so personal. Because we don't know what happened, right? But it's very personal to New York dudes. And I'm still trying to figure out why it is so personal. Why is it hitting them so hard, right? That wasn't the only one, all right? There was another one. Where, and I'm gonna do it in sequence because I got a lot of videos on this. Because some of this stuff I was like just looking at how people thought about your girl Megan, right? Right. So here's another one from your boy, and I guess it'll tie everything up. Hey Rob, how you doing, King?
I'm all right.
Yes, I'm glad you're here because it's an echo. You wanna talk?
Yeah, I was on my phone, but I thought I turned the volume down enough for it not to echo.
Okay.
Is it still echoing?
Let me see. Yeah, it's still echoing. If you in the car, it's still echoing. Like I'm
Let me
saying,
try to do it on my computer. No, I'm gonna try to do my. I'll get back into my computer.
Okay, yes. I want to talk to you about this. All right, yes. Here's another one, right? This is also from I Am Ray. And look at the intensity of New Yorkers. I'm trying to show y'all something, right? Here's something else. This one I didn't actually watch, so we're gonna watch this one together because I kind of knew what he was gonna say already, but I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I ain't always right. So here we go, y'all.
Cause Meg, I don't know if this is true, but 9 times out of 10 in 36 hours, we might find out who actually shot you. It's coming out that Anna Paulina Luna, Congresswoman of the 13th District, claims that she has compelling evidence proving Tory Lanez innocent and to be released in 36 hours. Calls out those pushing false evidence. So, you know, there's been a lot going on with Tory and Meg and all that, but they saying that they really got some strong evidence that Tory didn't do it. And within 36 hours, niggas might find out. And if he really didn't do it, Meg, we need 10 toes because they sentenced him to 10 years and you was going to let him do it. So I think we need them 10 toes. All right? But if it's not, you already got your justice. I'm just saying, but I don't think he did it. I don't. Hold on.
All right. So I'm just amazed at the people that are getting into this. Like, you know what I'm saying? That are now we got the you know, and let me make sure I give her a title right, because that is a queen. Anna Paulina Luna, Congresswoman of the 13th District. So, hey, this is becoming a big thing. You know what I'm saying? Especially now because I don't know if y'all know, but Tory Lanez had gotten stabbed. He got assaulted, stabbed, 14 to 18 times in prison. So, let me just play my girl before I say what I gotta say. Now, these are New Yorkers talking about this because they're going to give you the real raw, right? Here's another New Yorker that I watch quite a lot. You got me saying I love it. To see her, she's been getting her flowers. You know what I'm saying? She really been representing from New York and bringing us a lot of news or a lot of stories that you wouldn't normally see or giving you a different take on it. You got what I'm saying? So here's another one. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to try to formulate what I got to say, and I would love to hear what y'all got to say about it. Real interesting. Yeah, it definitely is. You know what I'm saying? So let me make sure that's on the screen. All right, here we go. Now it reads, "Is Tory innocent?" So she gonna tell you what she think. Here we go, y'all. And this is my girl, NewYorkNay.xo, NAY, NewYorkNay.xo. Please follow these people if y'all can, because they really, really keep us informed. But the real way, not the way the news is gonna lie. They're gonna tell the truth. So here we go.
Good afternoon. Needless to say, I am clearly clocked in with all the celebrity shenanigans going on back to back just this week alone. Breaking news, this just in, now it appears that the allegations formed against Tory Lanez are allegedly no longer accurate. Yes, this just in. I'm gonna be honest with you. Before I even go any further with my sentiments, I want to make it clear I am so fucking tired of this case. I am so fucking tired. I'm exhausted. This shit took place in 2020, 5 years later, and we're still getting new details. We're still like, and then first they said nobody fired at Megan and she lying. Spin the block. Now somebody did fire at Tory the culprit. Cool. Locked him up, threw him a 10-piece. Fast forward 5 years later, only to come to the conclusion that Kelsey was the mastermind behind it all along. Me personally, I'm ready to change the channel. But that's not all, folks. We are now receiving word that a Christopher Maurice Brown has also been arrested due to prior altercations in 2023. It seems suspicious and ironic that after making a post saying free Tory Lanez, they have picked him up as well. Some say he probably should have kept that to himself. I'll just be the first to let you know, fasten your seatbelts, because this shit is obviously just getting started. Between the Megan Tory shit, now Christopher, keep in mind, the biggest case, P. Diddler, we're only on day 4 of an 8-week trial.
Yeah.
Day 4.
All right. So she summed up a lot. It's a lot of stuff going on with our black men too. We are definitely going to talk about that on the next show. Let me tell you something about this, right? Like she said, this happened in 2020. You know what I'm saying? This man has been in jail. You know what I'm saying? Doing his time, he just got hurt. Now I feel like if he is not responsible for what happened, you know what I'm saying? He doing what they call like the OGs do, the real, the real, dudes do. I ain't gonna say the N-word. That's commendable. You get what I'm saying? That is commendable. But there's such conflicting stories, and I don't know if y'all follow that story, but I remember what happened in this case with Meg and Tory. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a little conflicted by this stuff coming out now. Why is it coming out now? Was the stabbing, allegedly a rules to get him out or to get this to go so he could get out? We never know. You know what I'm saying? And we'll never know because we weren't there. I'm pretty sure that if our homegirl did this, that she not going to say it. They already got a man in jail. Why would she say it? You know what I'm saying? Why would she even have to? At this point, like and I feel so bad for Tory. If he did not do this and it comes out and it finds out that he should not do it, then Megan deserves all that hate. But then, I don't want to play devil's advocate, but then let's say she don't know who shot her. You know what I'm saying? And she had to turn around after getting shot or it was a couple of stories. You know what I'm saying? What if she don't know? You get what I'm saying? So when we really find out, if we ever find out, now she done found out, and she just surprised as we are. It could happen. You get what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure if your friend shot you, I don't give a damn who it is. You ain't really saving face for them. Bitch, go to jail. You know what I'm saying? You going, what? One, you put your hands on me. Two, you shot at me. Death to you. Well, I ain't gonna say it. Because I'm like, death to you, bitch. But I'm just saying, all that love is lost. But I'm from New York, Meg is not. You know what I'm saying? And Kelsey does have full immunity. You get what I'm saying? So I got a feeling we'll never know. All these people coming out after this happened all these years to say, I know what happened. Why you ain't tell it then? Yeah, it's too late. This dude is already in there going through certain things. If he ain't do it, get the brother out. You know what I'm saying? But all these stories after the fact. But then you got to look at cases like the Cosby case. You remember when the lead victim, she came out and said, yeah, I lied for the money. I lied for the, the fame and all that stuff. And, by then, Bill ain't had no sight. Bill was gone. As far as we know him. You know what I'm saying? Look at the Emmett Till story when the lady came out years later and said, yeah, I lied. All this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, will we ever know? I don't think so, but you never know. Now it's just people, I heard. You ain't here when it happened. You ain't here when they was on trial, and you ain't hear nothing now. I mean, that's me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Rob, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
How you feel about this case? Have you
I don't have a whole lot of feelings about, because I'm not really big into pop culture shit. I don't deal in drama. I do comedy. So but what I do know is that it's hard for women to admit that stuff has been done to them. Mm-hmm. And I don't think Bill Cosby should be put in the same light as Emmett Till. And I don't think we know enough about Black history, enough about what type of hellish America was to Black people. They could just say that you did something just because they don't like how proud you look, or how, if you had a job where they didn't have a job. Like we've seen, if we, okay, history kind of runs in 100-year cycles, right? And one of the cycles we're in now is it's back to the hate Black people cycle. So like in the 1920s, there was towns burned down, tons of towns, and they don't really want to talk about it. And there were tons of Black people who were lynched, and they still don't want to have anti-lynching laws. And they're always and Black, well, the things that make people call me a simp are the things that Black men, we got a certain behavior that we have, all of us have, when you are a conquered people. When you are a conquered people, there's so much self-hate that you deal with. And when you have and a lot of Black men got a guilt because they know they really can't protect the woman, even if they wanted to. Because when these people come at you, you ain't nothing you could do. So we could talk all this tough stuff, how I did this, I did that. You talking from the lens of right now. There was a time where Jim Crow reigned supreme. And I'm gonna try to connect all these things. The whole point of all that I'm saying is that I'm pretty sure this chick know who shot her, right? I'm pretty sure, and I'm pretty sure it has something to do with this dude, or why would she have picked him? I'm pretty sure that 50 women who said Bill Cosby did something to them, and there is plenty of people who were on that show who talked about how creepy Bill Cosby was. Right. And there's a degree of power that you get when you got so much money. We want to give all of our people hero status. It's two things can be true at the same time. You can be a comedic genius who actually like raping chicks. He had these drugs. He was giving these drugs to people, and it wasn't for no reason.
Oh, all right. Hey. And I get a lot of what you're saying too. Definitely get a lot of what you're saying. Okay, we got some comments here. Let's go through the comments. What would you want to do if it was your brother? If I'm gonna say this: if my brother did it, then hey, You know what I'm saying? You dodging them, hey, you in jail, you know what I'm saying? Trying not to drop the soap. You know what I'm saying? Why you shooting women? Like what's going on with that? Why you even got a gun out pointing towards a woman or in any type of capacity? You know, now we found out that he didn't do it. Oh yeah, my brother need to get out right now. You know what I'm saying? Would I still look at her like I think she really feel like he shot at her. I really think so. Like he shot her. I really do think so. You know what I'm saying? And again, we are not there. I really don't think we'll ever know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my brother was guilty. Then you dead wrong for even shooting at a woman. Like you real. You know, I'm gonna pass you a pad. Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you bleeding. You got to be bleeding twice a month if I'm bleeding once. Like you know what I'm saying? Like what we talking about? Like. You know, y'all know how I am. Like, nah, that is the softest. That is softer than a diaper of baby shit. I'm sorry. Like, who wants to deal with a man like that? You got an emotional issue. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you need to be in jail with them dudes. But if you didn't, then I feel very sorry for you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you shouldn't be in there. You dealing with a lot. So, and again, it's one of those, you know, the world will never know. You know what I'm saying? Like biting into a Tootsie Roll pop, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those, because we wasn't there. And it's so many accounts of the story, I don't think we'll ever know. But hey, you know what I'm saying? You know, you'll never know, you know. Coach, do me a favor, Coach. I want you to I'm trying to get in touch with you off of here. So maybe on your Instagram, check your DMs again. Hopefully you start following me, because I got a question to ask you. So please follow up with me or you know, some type of way get up with me, Coach. I gotta talk to you. I gotta ask you a question. Yeah. Hey, Coach D Shields. Hey, Queen. Hey, Queen. All right, so we're gonna talk about I got something else for y'all. Now let me tell you why I've been laughing at this. I got two more things here. This right here, let me put on the screen. It's made me proud, but it's also made me like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, was that the best way to do it? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Oh, you got my email? Yes, King. Email me, please. If you can get it to me tonight, I want to be able to, I'll even some type of way try to send you the link or something. But yeah, get out with me. Because I definitely got to talk to you. Okay, y'all look at this and y'all wrong. Tell me what you think. I'm gonna put up the link. I didn't even say I'm gonna put up the link for a minute. I'm gonna put it up though. Look at this. I don't know how to feel about this, but here we go. All right, it'll be up there in 1 minute, y'all. Y'all tell me how y'all feeling. You know. All right. So, you know, let's do this. I think it's music here, so I don't know how much I can play. But let me put this on because I forgot. Okay, so y'all know Lizzo has a new song out. I don't know if everybody knew that, but if it's music there, I'm probably going to cut it out later or whatever. But I want y'all to see what's going on here. All right, so here we go, y'all.
Call me Lizzie. I've been fat and I've been skinny. Still ain't fucking with.
All right, so I'm going to have to keep stopping and starting it. Hopefully it doesn't flag. All right, here we go.
Never. Just Lizzo, call me Lizzie. I've been.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it there, right? Y'all know it's a video, it's a music video. And it was, you know, she dropped it on Memorial Day weekend, right? I'm not mad at it. Like I'm a little conflicted, and I'm gonna tell you why. Cause I'm so happy that she lost the weight. She's looking good. She always had the face card. She always been a beautiful girl. We know that most bigger women are very beautiful in the face. You know what I'm saying? That sometimes there are some of the most beautiful women in the face. Sometimes you just say, oh, you just need to lose the weight. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be right back to normal, you know, or you know, you'll be more of what a man wants, or you know what I'm saying? And she hasn't lost all of it. right? I don't know if it's the gym or Ozempic or all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But she has lost this weight. Everybody's been talking about her for years. You got what I'm saying? She has not lost her personality, though. When I first saw it, I thought that she wasn't saying a lot in the song, but what she was saying is, yeah, you hoes, you know what I'm saying? Y'all really thought that, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't going, get fine and be able to talk crazy. Y'all been talking crazy to me for years. Now look, now watch me take your man. Like it was on those lines. She was still twerking. Now, still being herself. Now we see men talking about, oh, look at Lizzo. The same men that talked about her like a dog. Okay, she still ain't put no clothes on. Still same girl, but is that a man's nature pretty much? You know what I'm saying? I was really happy for her, though. I really was. I really was happy for her. I'm really proud of her for losing the weight. It'll show some of our sisters, hey, you get that weight off of you. You know what I'm saying? And be happy. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about nobody say do it for you, because it seemed like she did it for her, and if I'm not mistaken, Lizzo was engaged at one point. I'm not sure if she still is. I don't know if the man is still around. But I shout out to that man, because he has let Lizzo be Lizzo. She is an artist. You know what I'm saying? It's been none of that hate or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's still behind his woman. If they are still together, I will look and see. Rob, I want to know, how do you feel about this, Rob?
How do I feel about this Lizzo situation? I think that
weight and coming back out with.
So here's part of the problem with people who gain a lot of weight, especially females. There's usually somebody who touched them. It's a whole lot of family incestuous or people who have access to femininity before it's ready to be hatched, who will be touching people. So it's a lot. Now, I ain't saying everybody that's fat go through that, but there's times where you trying to protect your little self, and that's one of the ways to do it. But I don't know if that's her situation. I can't tell you what her situation is, but what I can tell you is, if anything that she said, anything that they say about her is true, at one point Fat Sisters was winning, and then you hear Lizzo is abusing Fat Sisters, and you are Fat Sisters. Like, ourselves, again, as I always say, we have to learn to love ourselves unconditionally. Well, I mean, that's the one love that could be unconditional. Most all love is not. It has conditions to it, whether we want to admit it or not. We have to learn to love ourselves more than anything. And part of loving yourself is not just loving yourself as an individual, it's loving yourself as a community, right? And that's the thing that make these dudes call me a simp. I really don't care what you did. Like, when I was young, I used to hear guys complain about paying child support. You out your mind. That girl is with your baby every day. I wouldn't give a damn if she bought nails, hair, or whatever. Whatever it takes to make you happy enough to keep my kids happy, that's what's going to happen. If I got to sit here and not date and eat crackers, then that's what I'm going to do to make sure you get what you need. That's real manhood. Not, bullying or you going to submit to me and all this other mess. When you hold the seed, you have to be most important. The queen on a chessboard is the most important piece, and we keep treating our queens like pawns, and then you're gonna keep losing the game. If you cannot worship your woman in the way she should be worshipped, her period is attached to the universe, the moon, and you're gonna sit there and find reasons to consistently. Our sisters have never felt they've never felt protected. They've never felt secure. They've never had the truth, and they still do all they can for you. And we still find reasons to disrespect and put a foot in their butt. So the most important thing is, when I say love yourself, when I say it's not us against each other, it's us against capitalism, we are working in a system that is designed to find ways to make money off your body. Let me just say this one last thing, and I got to jump because I got to go get my brother. But let me just tell you this real quick. I don't want to go on because I too tend to go on. But here's what happened.
Well, you did good, because I was going to talk about child support in the next clip. So you did real good.
It's crazy. I worked at the jail for 10 years, right? And back in 1985, okay, I know this, I'm going way back, but please just I'm going to wrap it all up. In 1985, they got unions for police. Before that, police couldn't get unions, right? And the way that these people work is they work centuries ahead of you. They have a 400-year head start, so they got the ability to work ahead of you. And before police could get unions, nobody wanted certain jobs. Once Ronald Reagan, the dude that these white folks worship, the one thing he did, he changed the tax burden off of corporations and put it on people. And the marginal tax rate and the effective tax rate got lowered drastically. It went from 90% once you made over whatever the equivalent of $3 million down to, 20 or 30% over time. It got lower and lower. Now I think it's less than 8% that they effectively make. But anyway, let me get off the tangent. 1985, they brought unions. After Reagan had cleared out all the manufacturing. Remember in the 90s, nobody had jobs. Detroit was falling apart because they sent all the manufacturing away. That means white people needed jobs. So what did they do then? They started locking more of us up. Bill Clinton, who we love so much playing the saxophone on Arsenio, went out and signed this crime bill. Now, keep in mind, Reagan allowed crack to come into the neighborhood because they were having problems in Central America trying to protect themselves from communism. And so they had these group called the Sandinistas. They needed money because the country stopped funding their war. So Reagan let them bring crack into the country. At the same time, crack epidemic is going on. Families starting to break up because in the 70s, my neighborhood was amazing when we got here. We had just this neighborhood from the white folks, and everybody was maintaining their yard. Everybody was doing their thing. They let crack come in. Now, these white folks ain't got no jobs. You got niggas on crack. So they had an opportunity, and we ran to these white folks saying, ooh, we need help. Our children don't know how to act. They on crack. They toting guns. And then the media was telling us how bad our kids was. And we were afraid of our own children in our own neighborhoods. And then we asked them to come in and help us. And they gave us the crime bill. Now they locking a massive amount of people because white folks needed jobs. These Walmarts needed to be open. They needed all these stores. So every one of these little towns started getting jails. Then they started making the prisons private. These people think way ahead of. Let me tell you something. I didn't even have civics classes, but they got think tanks making decisions that we are living through now. And it all started with Ronald Reagan. So let me bounce, baby. I'll try to get back if I can later.
Okay, definitely. Thank you, Rob. That was Rob Hines, y'all. Thank you, King. Yeah. Hey, look, we just got a whole history lesson. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because a lot of what he said, I was reading about the other day. That's crazy, right? Yeah, shout out to Rob Hines. We're going to see Rob on the new show too, definitely. Hey, Monique, how you doing, Queen?
Hey, Evo.
Hey, Queen, it's good to have you back. How you doing? My first night back.
He was just saying something. It took me too long to get in here because I had to put a weird picture there. But anyways, I just missed it. Okay, but I did read my bad. Hi, girl. I'm good.
It's good to see you, Monique. I'm glad to have you back. Definitely, Queen. Yeah.
Girl, it's a rough time for me, too. Okay? It's a rough time because, this Diddy trial taking me out.
Oh, yeah. We're going to get into that. Look, I got a clip for you. I want you to tell me how you feel. I'm glad you're here. You know what I'm saying? Now, tonight's theme is ladies acting bad, right? So we're going to go through some of the ladies that's been going through some stuff in the, in the media and things like that and stories that we know of. We covered a couple. Now, here's another one. Rob has started talking about like child support and stuff like that. And it brought me to this one. Let's look at this real quick. And I want to hear what you think. You know what I'm saying? What everybody think. This I was very shocked to see. But let's talk about it. Yes, and give a few minutes to come up, and then we're gonna get this story right to you. Anybody, the link is up. If you want to come up, you can. Now's the time. You know what I'm saying? We got maybe 30 more minutes. We're gonna hit it, All right, let me make sure y'all can hear this. Here we go.
Child, at this point, I've seen enough. I don't understand how we went from them hiding the whole entire pregnancy to hitting the blogs with a new scandal every time we turn around. Now they saying the girl didn't got a restraining order against the man because apparently He done put the pause on her. Oh, and then it's like, really, Daryl? Really? Really, Daryl Dwayne Granberry Jr.? That's how we doing the Little Mermaid? Oh, not Ariel, not Under the Sea. Listen, this is hot off the press. I really don't know if it's true or not. I'm praying it's not. I'm praying this is just a big misunderstanding. We know how the media likes to spin it. But if it is, you bitches is weird. You bitches is in the comments mad at Hallie? Oh, she could be lying. We don't know. And plus she don't let him see his son. I don't give a fuck what she don't allow him to do. You don't put your hands on no female. Like, what are we talking about? Now with the men, we can expect ignorant, dumbass shit like that. While unfortunate and unacceptable, that's what we expect from them. But the women, y'all losing me completely. It's disgusting. And Hallie, you don't got no family, sister? No friends? No hood cousins twice removed? Nobody. No bitches built like linebackers. Nothing. What the fuck?
Yeah, now that's New York name, NAY.XO. Y'all follow her, please. I got a lot of her clips tonight because she cover a lot of women acting bad. You get what I'm saying? And she cover in a way that I can get with some of the stuff that she say I be wanting to say. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta say it because Nate done said it already. All right, what's up, Coach Fern? Shout out to you, King. How y'all feel about that? I can go into it more if y'all want to know. If y'all ever seen The Little Mermaid, y'all know this was Ariel. Y'all know her sister Chloe. They were under Beyonce at one point. They have been the epitome of good black little girls growing up to be one. They haven't been like no hookers or whores or what they would usually call. Everything has been simplistic, especially with Hallie. Hallie was the first black Ariel. You know what I'm saying? Even her singing is pure and just like timeless. Like I haven't heard anybody sing like that in a long time. Like everything is just so pure with her and clean. Hey, now Holly got with a thug, all right? DDG, cute guy, very handsome, be a thug. And y'all know good girls kind of like bad guys. And that's kind of what their story was. She was mad at one point because DDG, which is the baby father, he would have the baby on his stream. When he would stream and he got different people holding the baby. I saw one guy, eat something and then say, the baby gave it to the guy and the guy put it back in the baby mouth. It was a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff that shouldn't be happening. She didn't want her baby out there like that, but he is a YouTuber. He is a famous streamer and a rap artist and stuff like that. And we just recently heard where I guess they was having issues. The mother was in and all that. And he put the pause on her. So now, she's probably going to do the whole, maybe, the child support thing. I'm not sure because I think she make more money than him. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of stuff going on. I want to know what y'all think about that. It was a lot, right? It was a lot. Let me bring this down. Was it a lot? Y'all here?
I'm here. I thought maybe he would speak first.
Okay. What's up, LOL? What's up, King?
Yeah. What's good? What's good?
What's up? What y'all think about this? Is it a lot? Was it like overload?
No, I think the problem is that maybe we're all afraid to talk about it because it gets... I don't want to say it gets to the point where we have to stop listening to these women because
say it.
There are so many people that really do need help. And I think that's why this really infuriates me. I never asked to be a part of your relationship, but you keep throwing it in my face. Therefore, I feel like it's my business. So When I hear a young lady say that a man is putting his hands on her,
Yeah.
I immediately jump to attention, like, who, what? And where your daddy at? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because no. And then to come back around and to pretty much like do that same shit like that white chick Z- Iggy Azalea did. Pretty much tell us to mind our business. She had the nerve to say that maybe she overreacted. Okay. So while you were attempting to put your child in the car, did he or did he not hit you across the face and hit your face on the steering wheel, crack your tooth? Then you went over there. He wouldn't let you put the baby in the car seat, so you had to go over to his parents' house. Everybody know he beat your ass. Did this happen or not? Because where would
No.
the overreaction be? Would you be overreacting by going to the police or by going to court and asking for your safety, the safety of your child? Because if you lied and this didn't happen, bitch, fuck you.
Right.
That's how I feel about it. And I hate that I get to this point, but sometimes I get, hey, I'm hard and I'm soft. I'm hard and I'm soft. You know what I'm saying? But no, bitch, I don't appreciate it. There are too many. Look, I don't even like the little boy in real life. He's very arrogant, and I wouldn't put it past him. But now that she has done and said the things that she has, I don't have it for her. I'm sorry because I don't know what to believe. I can only believe him now. That's all I can do, and I'm sorry. It makes me feel bad.
Yeah. No, I understand.
It's so sad that you know, and I'm not trying to make this a combative thing, but I just got to point out the facts. This is why I'm talking about black men are the least protected, the least stood by, because of things like it's so easy. It seems like it's as easy as taking a breath to an American person to blame it on a black man. All right, we just gonna tarnish his reputation, tarnish whatever he's building, and then oh no, I didn't really mean it that way. Oh no, I do love him. Oh, you know what? He is a good baby daddy. He do pick up the kid. What are you gonna do? Because once that person's reputation is tarnished, it is what it is. You can't go back and say, "Oh no, don't unhear those things, don't unsee those things." You made a public accusation that this person was abusing you. That's not no light thing. And again, as a black man on in America, we've been persecuted, we've been hung up, we've been castrated, all that because the accusations of females, let alone the we don't want to get into the race of the females because we could bring it to Emmett Till, all types of lists go, all type of names go down the list of black men that was accused by white women. But when it comes to a person of our race doing this to us, this is why it hurt even more. And that's why I say, even if black women is the least protected, at least y'all got some protection. We can't even say we protected at all.
Man, listen, what both of y'all saying is really speaking true to the fact. I'm just glad that my sister Monique is looking at this from a logical point of view instead of a feelings-based point of view. Because we've seen over the last 35 years where the black man was pushed to the back of the line every time. We are, and I'll say this from a legal standpoint: anybody that goes through that, man, sue their ass for defamation of character for everything they got. The hell with how she feel about it after that point. Because if someone can make false accusations, like we see a lot when it comes to us, any woman say a black man did anything, then what? We gonna dog him out on YouTube. The courts are gonna strip him of everything. Some of those dudes, they move like that, and everybody know they move like that. Even the women that deal with them know that these dudes are toxic, but they want to do it for the munyon. Damn what the kids' life is gonna be like, damn what whatever. But like my man L said, it just goes to show how, if let's just say this guy was Brad Pitt and she did that, they would, the courts itself would come down on her. The fact that it's a brother who will probably just take it on the chin, he'll just come to her and complain about it. Listen, modern people, stop trying to fight other modern people. Do that shit legally. I would sue. If that was y'all sons, y'all would tell y'all son to sue. Y'all would be calling all kinds of bees. So I'm looking at it from, how am I going to protect my child going forward? We're going to sue her ass, put a gag order on her ass, Now I'm going to try to get my son, my child, and raise my child to be the best. Damn how she feel. At this point, once somebody does you wrong, F they feelings. Do what is right. Don't go over trying to fight and argue. Just take it through the courts and keep it moving. The hell with what other people think, because when it all come back down to the truth, everybody gonna be like, oh, well, she didn't, she was in her feelings and fuck that. She's an adult. And if you choose dudes that's out there in the streets, you get what you get. Just like if a dude choose a chick that's in the streets, you can't be crying out that she come over L's house and they'll knock her down. That's what she's for. You can't wife her up. Keep her ass out there. Vice versa for ladies. If he ain't shit that you see and you like that toxic shit, expect to get shitted on somewhere down the line. I'm done. Evo.
Yeah.
Hey, Evo, I just want to give a quick example, Evo.
I put it backstage.
My fault.
I didn't check under that.
Yeah, but stay, like you said, stay, because I definitely want to talk.
Quick example. Look at the. I don't even remember the actress name. We probably won't even see her work again. The one who Johnny Depp tried to put Johnny Depp name in the mud.
That was a big thing.
Now we ain't even hear from her. She was one of them blue-eyed, blonde hair, white actresses that she was supposed to be like the next one. Now, again, because now the public look at her like, oh, how dare you accuse this man of anything? And again, this is what Coach was saying. I was originally saying. I believe it's again what Monique was saying, and I believe it's really what you put this up here for us to really talk about is how, again, black men, even if we go to court, we still, in the public opinion, even if we win our court dates and stuff, in the public opinion, our reputations is tarnished. People is looking at us in a different way. We can't do business a different. They about to make Johnny Depp another Pirate of the Caribbean millions of dollars. So again, I'm just using that as an example. As we see somebody, I don't know if we touching too much on the topic of the diddler, but
Why not another one for you?
No matter what.
Right into this one. Mm-hmm. But I definitely see what y'all saying. Tell me how y'all feel about this one. I'm just keep on the same lines because y'all know the topic is ladies acting bad. So y'all on to something. Y'all definitely, I hear everything y'all saying. Y'all definitely on to something. We're gonna go a little further. You know what I'm saying? So we hit up a couple of people with this one. We got Haley and DDG. Let's look at this one and if y'all have been watching things progress with this situation right here. We've been talking about it for a little while. Here we go, y'all.
Married in 2008. That's not who this is now. Now he's a wife. Listen, this is what I would like. Papoose, you have my lawyer's information. If you can't afford to retain a lawyer, since your lawyer that the number you gave us has not been retained yet, I told you I'll paper it. If somebody over there that loves you wants to paper it, great. That will make me happy. Everything is signed and ready to go. I don't want nothing. I'm not even asking for child support. My daughter's school, her babysitter, her nanny, her gymnastics, her swimming, her dancing, her healthcare, her all of that. I take care of it like I've always done. I don't need anything. Stop making married in 2008.
Okay, so I just want to read some of these comments.
Right? Now he's a wife.
This is my first time. So one comment says, if Remy was really paying for everything, I see now why she's fed up. Sign the papers. Another one says, nope, not a flex. Hush before that lady come get some practice in for her next match. I guess he's talking about Clarissa Shields. The next one is, if a woman tells you that she wants nothing from the man she's divorcing, he was definitely the problem. Now I played that one, right? I'm gonna play this one to go along with it. Y'all know I love my girl New York Nate because she has a way of saying things. She put her perspective on it too. I think it's the last perspective that I saw. I've been watching this all week while I've been laid up. you know what I'm saying, trying to get healed. But here we go. Here's another one. I hope y'all can see it. Let's see what my girl New York Nay.XO NAY is saying. Here you go, y'all.
Good evening. I'm gonna be honest with you people. This is too much for me. This is too much. At my big grown age, I did not grow up to want to witness this. Black love? I can't believe this was the standard for Black love. And what I'm seeing before my eyes, I don't want to see this no more. What's happening? What's going on? I honestly don't even know where to begin, who to address. Remy, really? How you not gonna be behind all of them bangers? You conceded, he was the reason. Damn, you look good, can't nobody. Then Remy calling Pat Papoose, taking me clean the fuck out. But Papoose do gotta look like he let the woman take care of everything. I don't know what it is, but he supports you in every other way, but he just don't get the money. That's what's really taking me. But what gagged me was to come up on the live talking about she been cheating left and right. So why you just now following the divorce papers, my love? We need answers at home. We're confused. Then they talking about she was paying rent from jail. Of course, she was cheating. And the man is butthurt about that because let you be doing everything in the household for your lady. Bills just pay all of that. And she not throwing you no cat. You cheating. Please. Last but not least, let's get into you, Clarence. You a little bit too loud and proud over a man you met less than a year ago. And then it's like, you're so successful in your career. Like, is this your first boyfriend? Is you just coming outside for real? I'll never understand why y'all bitches be jumping out the window for some people you don't never feel like.
Basura.
Yo,
these females are so
they still love each other. All of this back and forth shenanigans, they still in love and they gonna fix it. So that's my whole thing about it.
Yes. Okay. Now I gave y'all most of it. Y'all want me to fill in some stuff because it was a lot. It was a lot over the last week. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think? Have y'all been following this story? What y'all think about this?
I've been following it, and it's disgusting. I'm so ashamed. I've never been more proud and ashamed at the same time. I'm as a Bronxite, true person from the Bronx. I can respect your movement, Remy. You moving like the bro, but as a grown man now, I can't understand how New Yorkers look at each other and be enablers. We got to be able to look at each other and say, "Yo, you're dead wrong, Rem. You're dead wrong, Rem. You ain't have to do him like that. If you cheating on somebody in the prison, he wasn't even cheating on you when he was out prison. You was finding females in prison to cheat on him with. He wasn't even finding females. And it's not like he wasn't a successful rapper. I don't understand all this not get money. Papoose been getting money in the public eye for a long time. Held her down. You want to call it emotionally? It's a lot of women who sue. Michael Jordan's wife sued him for emotional support and got billions of dollars. Women sue their husbands for lack of emotionally being there, and they get millions of dollars, sometimes billions of dollars. And you not there for me when I was there for you. I thought we couldn't put no price tag on that.
Come on, man.
I helped you come out. You wasn't in no halfway house when you came out of jail. You wasn't in. There's a lot of females. There's a lot of dudes that do bad when they get out of jail. Let alone females that do bad. They be messed up in the shelter. Back, you think you was licking cat inside? You doing even whatever you could do in them shelters for a bed. At least you had 3 hots and a cot guaranteed when you was in jail. You ain't have nothing guaranteed while you out here. You sleeping with people outside and inside the shelter. You sleeping with the shelter manager, with the shelter. And I don't want to.
It was one of the ladies. She was supposedly.
I don't want to
go off. Go ahead, Coach.
Man.
Go ahead.
No,
man.
let's just call a spade a spade, man. This is what is part of the modern mindset.
Exactly. And the woman responded and said, like, "Oh." But her review of it was disgusting. Like,
but that's a part of the dumbing down of the black people. Understand this. She was in prison. He had her down the whole time. He stayed loyal than most 95% of niggas would have. Even the women, they let you know, L, when you run up on them. I got a man, he in prison though. What's that got to do with you?
Just like that. Can
So,
you hold
but
it?
he,
The way they talk now is, can you hold it down? Because
hold
my
up, but
man,
he did,
my man
he
crazy.
did
He
that.
getting out not too long from that.
But he did that. The problem is, like it happens with most men, now that he's got out in the streets, and he's a dude that, regardless of his looks, has enough money to pull a chick. And just so happened, he got a boxer who ain't bad looking, because the sisters ain't said shit about her looks. And they ain't gonna say too much up close. So she ain't really bad looking enough, right? But the fact that the only thing that he's doing is, again, is moving like a low-level thinker. He has to divorce her. He has to. She's already trying to slander his name because that's the setup to try to get the money in court. Everybody can see what the history was with them. Their life was in the public eye. They divorced. Now it's coming out, all of these things that he did. I mean, that she did, not him. He just responding to her bullshit. If I was him, I would just stop responding, put a gag order on her ass, sign the divorce papers, be done with her, and let her take her little dumbass kids that she had with somebody else on to the fucking streets. And find you another woman.
Wait, all right.
I'm being facetious about the children. I spent years.
I
love the children.
Dumb people
Just want to get
people.
clarity on what I come from.
I'm gonna give y'all some facts. All right, I'm gonna give y'all some facts.
I want to just give it up to Brooklyn right now, Evo. Y'all got it this one. When it's Brooklyn versus the Bronx, y'all got it because Pap got it this one. That's all I wanted to just give y'all that. Brooklyn got it.
I want to give y'all a couple of facts, right? So the breadwinner in this situation would be Remy, right? Has been for years.
No. Evo, let's be real. She made her money when she got out of the pen. He was already doing enough to take care of her. So it ain't about the breadwinner.
She's not. They said Fat Joe had to give her bread. Yeah, he did what was right. He did what was right.
She was the breadwinner in the relationship.
She was in the penitentiary.
Not off conceited. She had one hit. She wasn't Nicki Minaj. She had one hit. She had conceited. She had conceited. That's it.
One with Fat Joe and one by herself.
A couple of hits now.
One hit. One with Fat Joe.
He had Lean Back. He's talking about Lean Back. He's talking about that's the fact.
She had a couple of successful albums. At least
not nothing. Not successful. Not commercially.
DJ, so I know for a fact she had a couple of hits.
No,
you was a DJ in New York, and she had conceited.
She was the bottom of the rapping.
That's like saying. That's like saying Young
She was the bottom. Then he was
because she couldn't compete with Nicki Minaj.
Under the bottom of the shoe.
Evo, as a DJ, was you playing Young B? Was you playing Young B?
No, you was Foxy Brown was already out.
You was playing Chicken Noodle Soup.
She was out in '97. Back
then. Well, shit. She was a kid.
She had one underground. Okay, let's talk about '97.
Hold on. They've been together since '97.
Let's talk about
that because she was nothing.
She was a
hold on. They've been together since '97.
No.
They were together for years.
Yeah, they were together.
So what is she talking about?
Not 97.
She's saying that she was the breadwinner. Like he didn't.
No, she wasn't. She was in the penitentiary. She ain't no breadwinner.
That's what y'all remember.
When she got into the rap game,
she was not successful in the rap game. though.
She wasn't
making
millions. Nobody outside of New York.
She has
nobody outside of New York ever heard of her.
Before that, she has no successful.
Nobody never heard of her. Success.
Everybody's heard of her.
Everybody heard of her, but
with
that
Lean
was
Back with Fat Joe.
You heard of Fat Joe. You heard
real quick
with Fat Joe.
Big Pun. You heard of Remy.
No, she wasn't even. The crazy thing is, commercially, musically, they did not associate them together until after he died. She wasn't a part of she wasn't a big part of Terror Squad outside of being outside of being the novelty. Oh, watch the chick in the crew battle the dude in your crew. That's what she was, a battle rapper. Battle rappers just getting successful, if you want to call them that. She was never a commercial rapper. Her best, when you talk about 1997 in the 90s, her best verse was a freestyle on Mob Deep joint, not Mob Deep.
So
what's it? It's Shook Ones, yeah, Shook
You
Ones.
knew of her though, so it wasn't like we didn't know of her. You
Nobody. She wasn't getting money
before I knew of a Papoose, and I'm from Brooklyn.
She wasn't getting money.
How?
She was not getting money.
How's she not getting money?
We talk about musically. You can look it up. You just talk about successful albums. She didn't have an album.
So
she had no album at that point.
We knew of her. So we know this girl has been getting money, right? We know this, right?
No, we know that she is a roadie and she got on Shook Ones. She was that's all she was.
Evo, ain't
Until
nobody making no
conceded,
big
she
money
was a
on
roadie
cameos
on Shook Ones. We didn't know who that was, what female that was on Shook Ones. We didn't know, oh, that's Remy. We knew Remy when battle rap started coming out, and then we started looking at battle rap
Look
DVDs.
up their net worth now. She still has more money than him.
What, like, $2 million? Okay.
If you look up the years where she was in jail for attempted murder.
Come on YouTube ain't got that much money to
attempted murder do things to your money.
Even with the years in jail, she still has more money than him.
So it lets you know what society does for the sisters. Despite the bullshit, they let you come back on top. Any brother that's currently in the penitentiary right now for any
helped
reason,
her get back on top, bro.
They ain't gonna help him get back on top. They gonna keep his ass broke.
Let me ask you this. As a man, your girl get out of prison and they're offering y'all a deal, a TV deal. Yeah, and I'm the man who held you down while you was in prison when you wasn't getting no money. Now you think, and when negotiation come and they say, oh, who's gonna get the bigger lump sum? You don't think the man who was holding the person down in prison gonna say, yo, give her the bigger lump sum?
Get the most money. The bigger star would get the most money.
Not necessarily. If we are married, if we married, we negotiate that together.
They weren't
no
married.
Bigger star.
They weren't married.
No, well, they were just
they did the deal.
Who's willing to do the most ratchet stuff?
Get married.
She's always been the bigger star.
Who's willing to do the most ratchet?
Let me ask you something. Let me ask real quick. Let me ask the panel something. If y'all are the producers of the show, is it a bigger story that Papoose actually stayed loyal or Remy Ma went to jail like another rapper?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. Papoose didn't stay loyal. They just
that was the story. Like she said, black love.
Loyal. She just showed text messages and videos of him and his baby mama with her all busted over and saying when he gonna come back to get this and all that. I told y'all a long time ago this man did not stay loyal. I've been told y'all that.
She
just finally busted him out. So now people yeah, that man 6 years. Oh, what? 6 months and 5 summers or whatever she said. That's a long time. How many men you know that's gonna stay loyal after that? I'm just saying. Can y'all honestly say that y'all thought that man waited 6 years to get some? We know this is not true.
But you can't hold on. Now we're making assumptions. No,
she's definitely making an assumption.
Listen,
somebody said, "Are you coming? When are you coming back to bust this open?"
It's his wife. It's not his girlfriend. Girlfriend. Your ass go to prison. I go to the pen.
They got married when she was in jail.
Exactly. So he's more loyal. Don't know dude or girl.
He's not more loyal. Anytime
we assuming
why would you marry somebody in prison?
You know why it's a big assumption, Coach?
They both shoot on each other.
We didn't heard.
That makes no sense.
But we heard interviews where Remy said, "I was telling him, go out and get you somebody. Do not be here." So we don't know what the inner workings of those text messages, because people could edit, people could screenshot the part that they want to screenshot. At least what Pap did, he sent out a voice message. And I'm not going to condone no female behavior by no man, but when it get messy, it get messy. He put out the voice note when she's talking like, "Oh yeah, I was just about to get rid of this dude, but you knocked him out, and now I got to stay with him and keep both of us good." She might have edited those text messages where at this point he's showing her like, "Yo, my baby mother we don't know how many years in this is him being quote unquote loyal. Oh, I don't mind you dealing with somebody who you dealt with in the past. Oh, your baby mother still wants you? All right, as long as you're not getting something new." We don't, again, not to bring up Diddy, if we're gonna assume,
we know she didn't say that though, right?
We don't know that. How do we know that?
She wouldn't be mad about it now.
she can be utilizing it now when she wasn't ever mad about it.
What happened? She just busted him out. But I said this a long time ago. If y'all check back on that first show, when it was me against everybody talking about this man cheating, and y'all kept telling me, no, he's a saint. I said, I'm telling you, that man was cheating. And now it finally came out.
Still
All
no
I want
evidence.
to say is let the record show.
G-Shells, you heard about
that
this
I know
evidence?
men way more than people think I do. It wasn't even surprising to me. I just wish that she had put that stuff out there beforehand. You know what I'm saying? She waited too long to put that stuff out there.
She the one who started this media frenzy of putting stuff out. She wanted to control the narrative. She created the narrative, and now this is where we at. And it's a back and forth thing. And now all we could assume is that it's messy. We can't assume neither one of them is telling the truth because it is all a new world. They just had Prince, Oprah, and I don't want to keep bringing up the trial, but they didn't had all type of voices simulated talking about they was in court today and all they had voice. So we don't know.
Yeah,
We really don't.
Crazy. It really is. It really is getting crazy. How I done heard they put Prince up there and everything, and I was like, this really happened?
They said they had Michael Jackson up there. They said they had Otis Redding, all type of folks.
The lies, and I be laughing because I don't know what is real and what is not at this point. But it's a damn shame that they doing this brother like this. You know what I'm saying?
Not to quote another brother, but Denzel said it a minute ago. Media is turning into who could report it first, not who could report it the truest. So whatever shock value that somebody could provide, it seemed like that's what they doing. Because, like you said, it's so hard to actually find the real news and what's actually going on in a publicized court case.
Your research. Yes, you definitely got to do your research when it comes to this stuff. All I'm gonna say is with Remy and Papoose, it's just so messy right now. I hope y'all got an album coming out, or y'all doing another TV show or something, because it's just air out y'all stuff like this and not make no money. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a waste of your celebrity. I'm hoping that they come out with a new movie or something. Like, is Clarissa the only one that's going to benefit from this? You know what I'm saying? Because she's still fighting. She's still doing her thing.
Clarissa, the only one who young enough to be involved with this type of activity, if we telling the truth. The rest of them in their 40. Pap and Remy, too grown for all this, man. Y'all too black for all of y'all too. Nobody in their camp about to tell them LOL was talking about them. But hey, if anybody listening, please tell somebody to tell somebody. Y'all still represent black love. Even in a divorce, you could show how it could be done the proper way with class and dignity, and don't have to show this to your daughter years later and when she's being made fun of in school.
Yeah, it's really making New York look bad. Like, I really wish they would do something else. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they just need to get this divorce and get it over with. But I'm sensing so much love. The measures that they are going to, and that's the same thing that the New York Nay .xo said. It's like y'all fussing and fighting. If y'all didn't care, y'all would just, divorce would have been had a long time ago. You get what I'm saying? I feel like Remy was holding up the divorce because she's trying to figure out, because she's going to have to pay alimony. You know what I'm saying? And I think she's trying to figure out her way. I said that earlier. I said that before a couple of shows ago. You know, but it seems like the tit for tat type of stuff is like they're going to get back together. Like, it's too much. Now he done started talking. I thought he was going to stay silent the whole, time. But now he done got out of it. And it just looked like y'all just so in love. The egos are too big. Y'all pride won't let y'all get back together. But y'all need to get back together immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just let Carissa find her somebody for her young ass. You know? I don't like Clarissa Shields. I never did. I don't like Clarence. You know what I'm saying? I never did. I think that she is in the way of some people married. She need to let them divorce. And then if you want that old man, you can have him.
That woman was on by the time that young girl came around. Young girl was minding her business, boxing. She was in the gym doing what she had to do. She got a Lifetime. She got a movie. Now I don't want to say Lifetime and say that like that's the network, but she has a life movie already. Neither Pap or Remy ever gonna have a life movie unless it's all around this divorce. Because let's be honest. Let's be honest. I love Rem. I love Pep. I will defend them lyrically against most rappers. But as far as entertainment, neither one of them never been A-list. A-list came when if you want to say B plus celebrity came when y'all started being reality TV stars. So if this is what y'all doing to keep people entertained for reality TV, I respect it. Outside of that, y'all putting y'all kid and future at risk because the things that people do now, they kids have to pay for later. We always talk about the Bible,
That's
evil. The sins of the father is the sins of the father and the mother come
yeah.
down on this side to trickle down to the babies. So at any time, when do somebody say, you know what? Even if we're not looking as the representation of black love or in black unity and how things can be done the proper way, even if it's we united. It's just it's white people still. We don't speak, but we got something where the kids is involved, and we have black people, Indian people. We have all type of people who do this offline, and they do it in an amicable way. If y'all gonna be the representation in the good times, y'all gotta be the representation in the bad times too, and be able to be the example of yo. Maybe we need therapy, even if it's for us to
Yes.
separate the proper way. Maybe
Yep.
we need a therapist to mediate this because if you're going through a real divorce, correct me if I'm wrong, you have a mediator. If it's illegal, you have somebody who could have to break
Yep.
it down and say, you know what, you're gonna take this. You're gonna. We don't have to argue. The judge is not hearing none of this. Before we even get to the judge, we gotta settle this and say, all right, you taking this, you taking this. So this all could, like Coach said, be done the legal way and be shown to black people and people of color. We can do things legally, even if it's not the prettiest things. So that's what I would say to them. Because at the end of the day, your kid is gonna see this one day.
Yep, yep,
However,
yeah, definitely, definitely. It's a lot. It just I just disappointed in Brooklyn so much. You know what I'm saying? Just New York and the whole the Bronx and everything. Hopefully they get it together because I really want to see them together. I really don't want to see. I want to see this Clarissa girl fight herself off into the yonder. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think she need to be nowhere in this. You know, but it's
Pep,
still
Pep
going
holding
on.
her.
So it's still a lot
He
to see.
holding her boxing pads. He holding her boxing pads. He ain't going nowhere. That young girl put on. She was training for years. Nobody touched that for years. Remy might have had it tight because she was in prison, but we learned that it wasn't that tight because she was getting touched.
By
Carissa,
a
she
woman.
spent her whole.
Tight.
She's
She was
she,
touched by a woman.
Hey, we don't know what kind of hard scissoring was going on. She could have been fisting her in there. But we know Clarissa, only fisting she's been doing was playing training
We
for
don't know
boxing.
Clarissa though. That's the thing. We only
When
knew
you a
Clarissa
boxer, that's all you
when
could do, Evo. You can't
no,
drink
we don't know
wrong.
that.
You
We
can't
don't know
smoke
that. We
wrong.
don't know a lot about
Wait a
Clarissa,
minute,
do we?
wasn't Clarissa engaged?
Was she?
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's why I'm listening to this. Like, what is happening?
Yeah,
Listen,
I
I'm a
don't think
comedian.
I don't think
I was making light of the situation as far as keeping things tight because we all know that if we're going through a serious situation like this, it's not about any physical thing. It's about the emotional support and things like that people support you in these moments and that make you choose them as opposed to another person. It's not the physical attributes, especially when you have two women who look so similar.
yeah, they
Okay, let
do look
me say
similar.
this. So this Easy, the block captain,
Mm-hmm.
what the hell? What the? So okay, so now you say that Clarissa should back up until they're divorced.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but was she the one that was caught cheating? Because I'm confused. She can say whatever it is she wants to
Thank
say now.
you.
They both
She
cheated
said
at the same
she
time.
said he
Mm-mm.
was cheating while
Yeah,
she was
he
in
was cheating
jail.
while she was in
They
jail.
had just
And she
gotten
had her jail
together,
bill.
and then she went
They
to
both
jail.
cheated.
So, but secondly, I ain't gonna say a little cheat ain't never hurt nobody. But what I am
Oh,
gonna say is, if you chose to forgive him, then you should have forgiven him because that's not the reason she She didn't say that was the reason she left. The, the only problem I have is the fact that she has no problem with going on there and saying he doesn't pay daycare for gymnastics for school, for room and board, nothing. I bought this house with my own money with cash, $1.3 million. Don't nobody give a fuck. First of all,
That's what women
he
do.
wrote all of yours. He said he wrote what, 80-90% of her songs?
And probably did. I can see
Okay.
that.
Okay, yeah, of course you can. Of course you can.
But how you can see it?
However,
But hold on,
I can see it.
I don't want to interrupt. But how you
What
can
else is
see
he
it,
gonna
Evo?
do? Right. He
Evo, how
was
you
sitting
can
there
see
and
it?
it was
because
right.
how she was
But y'all
rapping
said she was such a
before,
big star
she didn't have that damn
beforehand.
wordplay.
She said she
But they all
Wasn't
have
that good?
ghostwriters. Cardi got ghostwriters too. What we talking about?
Yeah,
Cardi
but
goes right
but when you
man.
say you
What we
wrote
talking
it,
about?
there's a difference. Everybody knows Cardi has ghostwriters. She's claiming that she wrote them, but we can all tell that she didn't. And then she has the nerve to say, how he wrote Clarissa's rap. Clarissa broke out and was like, "I'm so paid." I'm like, you know what? The thing that
Wasn't
really pisses me off about it is that Easy the block captain, nigga, you didn't leave for Nas. You left for a
Yo, I'm
brokey,
gonna be honest.
and
Have
then be sitting
y'all
here
looked
talking about how
into
much
him?
money you had.
and
Have
and
y'all looked
and
into
can
this
we
man?
be
Have y'all
serious?
seen how many brothers have you seen
Is
with
it
an
her side chick? It's her
wait,
side chick who messing up.
how many brothers have y'all seen with close to an 850 credit score? You know what an
I know a
850
lot
credit
of
score can
dudes.
do? Do y'all understand what an 850 credit score can do?
I know a lot of black men, especially in my age group, with 8 and better. I know a
Okay,
lot of people.
so let's say he got this 850 credit score, right? He treating her better, you got what I'm saying? He looked like Papoose, right? And then let's say he's having these battles, he's losing, but he's still making money. Papoose is sitting home with his daughter, right? Think about it though.
Papoose old
I
lyrics is
kind of get
making
what
more
she's
money than
saying.
him.
I get it. Let me tell you something. Women will love you until, if you are a man and you're not bringing nothing in the house, a woman will love you until she gets tired. And then the truth will come out. This is not the first time we have seen this. And it will not be the last time. All they are doing is building resentment because now they are the man and you are just coming up off of them. Look at Clarissa. He in the gym with her. And there was a thing. I wish I could play it. Where they was like, look, this the second come up. And it's not going to work because Clarissa is the man. And he is technically her helpmate. The roles are reversed. Now, I thought about that. I said, yeah, I've seen this before. I said, this probably what Rim was talking about. You get what I'm saying? And let me tell you something.
That's
If
two
I'm not
different things.
mistaken, Pap does have, or he did have like a seat at a record company or something like that. So I'm trying to figure out where's that money going. At one point in time, he had got a good job at a record place. I don't know if y'all remember that. I need to do that research. But I kind of understand what she's saying with that.
He got
You're
the
not bringing that in
same
the
job
house.
that he worked for MTV as a reality TV star, same way she do. Only reason she make more money is because she got that BBL and she been letting them titties out.
She
She
been
been
had
making
that money.
appearances. And
Been
like
had
you
that
said,
money. She
Rem
been have
have
that money. She been a star. We know
how
this.
could she make money if your money come from making appearances? And that's the only thing y'all talking about right now. Y'all not talking about no records making money. Y'all talking about her
Her
celebrity.
records did make her money. She's $4 million up. How much more you need?
That's not in her records. That could be including her appearances. That's what I'm
It don't matter.
saying.
She's three. Let me see. She's over $3.5 million in net worth than he is.
They said on the comments he's worth
He's
2
like
and
a
she's worth 4.
thousandaire. I think he's like a 500,000,
They
something like
said
that.
he's
It
worth
might be
2.
more now.
They said he's worth 2 and she's worth 4. That's what D Shield said in the
No, y'all
comments.
gotta look that up. That's why I was like, yo, I understand why she didn't want to rush to get a divorce because she's gonna be another Mary J. Blige. And we know Mary J. Blige is paying like she weigh. You know what I'm saying? That man ain't never did nothing and he getting all her money. And I thought that's what the holdup was. I really thought they were going to get back together. But now it's done went very, very far. And I don't know. It sounds like they're going to get back together, though, because all that nipping and you did this and you did that, usually that's a sign of I still want you. You still affect me. If you don't care, you don't do stuff like that. So I understand what New York Nate was saying. But we can't take, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. He wrote every lyric. We can't take that away from her. She is the star. She does have more money. You know what I'm saying? Then look at the new relationship.
Can I ask you something?
Clarissa is the star. Clarissa has
Evo,
more money. It's the
Evo,
same relationship. He getting to the same relationships.
Evo, can I ask you in the music world, who get more money, the performer or the writer?
In that case, it would be the performer. Because you gotta remember, she didn't say he wrote her lyrics.
Every time.
She didn't say he wrote her lyrics. He did. If it's not on paper, we still don't know. We can assume. But if his name ain't under ghostwriter or wrote by, he don't get nothing. And if she did do that, she's a damn genius. You're my husband. You're not supposed to get any of this publisher money. You are supposed to support me. The biggest lie ever told. You know what I'm saying? You don't
if
need
you say
this
so,
money.
that's
I'm
how
the
you
star.
see it.
Why would you want my money for helping me as your wife?
That's how you see it.
The jokes. You know, she's from the Bronx. We know what it is. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. She ain't never once say he wrote no lyrics. And I wouldn't say it either, because I wouldn't want to have to give him nothing. I don't give a damn if he had a pad and every lyric was there. I'd say, yeah, he just wrote that yesterday for my lyrics. Nah, we're not doing that. Hell no. And I'm pretty sure that she has waited because she don't want to give him all her money. The same thing Rihanna doing, same thing. I'll give you 1 million kids, but I ain't gonna marry you. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Y'all look into what I be talking about. That's all. We can have this conversation again. We had this conversation before. And we know they are not going to stop until there's a divorce, and probably would go on after that, because there's a love there that they're not saying. That's that pride type of stuff. Well, I really want you, but I ain't going to let you win this. I'm coming out on top. Yeah, I'm saying, so we can fight for years, but it's something I think about you every night. You know what I'm saying? I've been through that before a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? Lost relationships. Like, I'll be damned if I say I want to go back. Yeah, it happens. It's maybe it's a New York thing. Who knows?
It happened every day that females feel like, oh yeah, this younger, more tender version of me is getting the part of him that I should have had, and they start doing ignorant stuff. And their side dude can start stuff, and people tend to forget that their side dude, because he was losing battles, put y'all business out there, and then really started the domino effect of everything that's going on. But again, because you chose to deal with who you chose to deal with, and then in turn chose to keep on exposing the things that that are private business, because I believe somebody on here said they didn't think Pat was gonna say nothing till she kept going, kept going. Her man, her side dude disrespected. They showing, posting videos of them with the kids, all this stuff. But then when him and his girl is in the gym working out
Oh
together,
no, his
because it
girl has
takes a
been talking
team.
from the
It
beginning.
takes a
His
team.
girlfriend did a lot of that. She has been talking from the beginning. And Pap ain't say nothing. He shouldn't have said nothing. But that little girl has been talking like she's a wife instead of Remy. Let's stop it. That little girl has egged on so much stuff, including Remy starting this stuff back up. That little girl has said something every damn interview. They can't wait to ask her, and she always got something to say. She's never a G about anything. He can't put that girl in check because that girl make too much money. She's the
Keep
man in the
on saying.
relationship. He can't keep her in check, because if he
But
could keep her in check,
why would
he
you
wouldn't have
trick
said anything.
somebody?
She keep her damn mouth shut.
Why would you check somebody who now in the media is saying something completely different? Because it seems as if there was a check-in. I don't know. I don't want to assume he checked her. Maybe
He
she checked
can't check
herself.
her.
Maybe
Big Bank
maybe
check
she
little
checked
bank. He
herself,
can't check no
because
little
her
bank.
interviews have been,
He can't
oh,
do it.
next question. I don't want to speak about that. I hope the people involved go along with love and versions of that.
And
She
she is
hasn't.
speaking. She talked about bring her to the barbecue and all types of stupid stuff. I'd have got at her too. Don't nobody like that girl. Only the men like that girl because she a side chick. Like let's be honest. Don't no respectful woman like that girl.
I don't
doing
see.
too
I
much
don't.
in a
I
marriage.
don't.
That's not a boyfriend girlfriend. That's a marriage. They've been together since 2008, if I'm not mistaken.
I just want the I just want the record to show. I'm saying you're a respectable woman. Evo, you're the only respectable woman I know who's taking Remy's side in this
And I'm
conference.
gonna take our side. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And I'm gonna be honest. I remember at one point Remy said the reason why she cheated was because of what he did when she was in jail. Now check this out. We still don't know if we saw the pictures of well, she put them out, a pap and all that. I would love to see this girl that she supposedly had in the bed with her daughters right in the bed next to her. I would love to see that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we've seen a couple of things. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe all of it. You know, but I'm just looking at their history together. I'm researching stuff. And this dude is not a saint like y'all keep saying. He is a man. You know what I'm saying? And he done did as much as she did. But she's getting the end of it. You know what I'm saying? It could be because of how she is, and she from the Bronx. It could be because they know of her side dude, but they don't know of Paps, you know, other than Clarissa. Don't nobody like Clarissa. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's a reason for this stuff. You know, but I kind of understand Remy. I kind of get it. Because I like this stuff that's coming out right now. I knew about some of it a while ago. I had been looking at this story for a while because they had come from New York. It's some things a lot of people don't know. Like, y'all didn't know about the baby mother thing and all that. Y'all just got to do y'all research on certain things. They both dead wrong. So how can you put it on one and not put on the other? You know what I'm saying? They should tell that girl peace out and mind her business, though, because now she's trying to have babies. This man got 4 kids. He married, and you trying to have babies. You a dumbass. You telling me that you're going to put your boxing career on hold. You know what I'm saying? For a married man with 4 kids, like you bugging. You know what I'm saying? Where's his job at? Like, this is stuff I be talking about, though, but the stupidity. You know what I'm saying?
She learned that Remy got more money from rapping than, more money from being a reality TV star with Pap than she ever got her whole career by herself. And that's what, if you're going to say that's what she's trying to do, then that's what we got to acknowledge she's trying to do.
She's a boxer. What you mean reality star? She's a boxer. Why she just gonna go and box? How you gonna have babies? Do women
what do you mean?
That when you have babies, your body can change so much?
What's the last?
You have to leave your career. Look at Serena.
What's the last female boxer name you knew before her? Layla Ali. Layla Ali, maybe. Most people don't follow female boxing. That's what I'm saying.
And I definitely not gonna follow.
Same way most people don't follow female battle rap, and Remy wasn't making the money she was making, or she's making now because she's a reality TV star, and she's making appearances not as Remy Ma the battle rapper. She's making appearances as Remy Ma the messy one who's getting a divorce.
She was a rapper. She went to battle rap. She's over it. Like y'all understand that's her league, right? Y'all get that?
What?
Y'all get that she didn't come in there to battle. She's the owner. Like she
You
get
get
money
that
when
nobody.
they battle. Those are her artists. You know this, right?
No, those are not her artists. She pays people to appear, and she gets the revenue.
Battle,
she gets the revenue from the streams. But how many streams?
So you're saying that she ain't never got to say one lyric and she get money, right? That's what you're saying.
Technically, but what I'm saying is who's listening to that?
This woman is getting
You
money.
admitted that you don't listen to that.
Where getting his money from? Where?
Monique, do you listen to female battle rap?
Yeah.
What Pat doing?
What is? Please, y'all name 2 female battle rappers. It's the same job she has. The only difference is he makes less appearances because, like you said out your mouth, he's at home with the children.
Reality TV anymore, so you have to cut that out. They're not on reality TV anymore.
They are making money as reality TV stars. You don't have to have a current show to make appearances, but you are making appearances in the club. That's what makes these people money go up.
Who's making appearances in the club? When the last time you seen them?
Remy definitely make appearances in the club.
When she do that? What club?
Which club you want me? Wait,
you ain't seen that.
Let me check it out. I'm gonna let you know the next one. I'm gonna go on Eventbrite
seen
and I'm
her
gonna let you
doing
know
the
the next
battle
one.
rapping. You haven't seen her going to clubs and doing that stuff that the other
She
lady
has so.
No, but when has she done that? When?
She
Recently?
has been in multiple raunchy outfits at multiple
No, Remy is
appearances.
doing the battle rap thing.
If you say
I
so,
think she was
Vivo.
in the movies at one point in time. She had a movie
What
out.
movie? What movie
No,
was
she
she
did
in?
have a
No.
movie out. Look it up. She did have a movie out.
Yo,
It was
and
a
then
movie out.
so
She was
if
in.
she had a movie out, Pap had 2 movies out. If she had one Tubi movie out, Pap had like 3 low
This was
budget
like
movies
a
out.
Lifetime movie or something like that.
If you talk about low budget movies, Pap have a
Oh,
couple
Carissa doing
appearances
the movie
too.
thing too.
No, they have bought the rights to her likeness and they have made a movie about her life. That is not being an actress in a movie being paid for your participation in somebody else's
It
film.
was called The Girl in the Closet 2023. I know exactly what I be talking about. She was in a movie. This is all after Love and Hip Hop. You get what I'm
And
saying?
she got that role and that's what I'm saying. She's getting these things. What role did she have? Because you're looking at her IMD, I believe, or whatever shows her acting history. What roles did she have before her participation in Love and Hip Hop? Please.
Wasn't she a rapper before Love and Hip Hop? I'm pretty sure
Oh
she
my
was a rapper.
Lord.
Yes, she was.
She was in jail. She wasn't a rapper. She was a rapper who got out of
before she
jail.
went to jail.
Soon as she got out of jail, they was
a
filming
rapper
her.
before jail. How can we say
And
this
she
girl
was an
wasn't a rapper?
unsuccessful rapper before she went to
You know the
jail.
problem?
She was a battle
Men
raptress.
cannot say that a woman is doing better than a man, even though we see it. It's inconceivable for y'all to ever give a woman the credit that they are supposed to have.
It's simply
he cannot
logic.
touch her with a 10-foot pole.
I tried to put
give a
it.
damn if he rapped until Jesus comes back. It ain't gonna happen. We gotta start giving people their props. It's just the same thing they do with R. Kelly. R. Kelly was a fucking genius. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language. Before. You know what I'm saying? All that little dirty, nasty stuff we knew about it. We cannot take away their work. And that's the first thing people that look just like them want to do. I think it's the worst disservice you can ever do to a person in your same community. You don't think that them people that don't look like us do that enough? You know what I'm saying? Why do we do it? When the facts are right there, all you got to do is look them up. You know what I'm saying? It's right there. Like, I'm gonna be honest, that's starting to look, and I'm starting to see it more and more and more, and I always call it out because it bothers me. That bothers me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, why do we do that to us? Same thing we talking about with Diddy. You know what people been saying lately? I've been hearing so much about Diddy. He wasn't a good dude even before this. Man, Diddy was putting people in the band, helping us vote. He's standing next to Obama, all types of stuff. The first thing they'll say, hits on top of his. The first thing they'll say is, Diddy wasn't there. I knew he was doing all this stuff. It's the hate. You know what I'm saying? It's the hate that we don't want nobody else to succeed.
It ain't hate to say we knew Diddy was doing it. It ain't hate to say we knew Diddy was doing it.
It's the worst.
It is not hate.
That you are
You could
blinded by money. It's sad. You always take the side of the person that has the most money.
Ooh, talk about it.
The star? In this case, she is the star. How are y'all taking what
it
she
doesn't
did
matter
away
if they're
from her?
wrong or right. If they've got money, it doesn't matter. And that's the bad way of looking at things. We hear this so much.
What does the money got to do with us taking their accolades away? What does that have to do?
We're not taking anything away. They gave it away when they chose to go out there and act a freaking fool. These people, look. Just look at the facts.
If I make the next, what's big? If I make the next Statue of Liberty, right? But I go to jail for stabbing somebody, that Statue of Liberty still not there? I still didn't do that.
Did you still not stab somebody?
What does that have to do?
It erases when I go to jail?
Now.
Because
now it's a monument of a
okay, so
killer.
y'all can't say that it
Sister Monique, can I take this real quick? Because this is
superstars.
But this is where people say two things can be right at the same time. You can be. We are human beings. We can become. We are all
we don't like them.
complex. But you have to understand, just because you do a great thing doesn't mean you exempt from doing bad things. Same way you saying
That's not
a
what we
bad
talk
person can do good things. Somebody can say a good, you're saying it yourself by saying a good person can do bad things. A bad
That
person
doesn't
can do
negate
good
their
things.
accolades. You cannot take their accolades from them just
And
because they did something bad.
because
So you're
they
telling me
did
Bill
something
Cosby never had
bad,
the Cosby
and
Show?
because they
That
did
didn't change
something
our lives
bad,
because he went
and
to jail for a sex act or doing something crazy. What up, Carl?
I'll put it
Bill
in a white.
Cosby wasn't the
I'll put
man
it to
back
a
in the
white
day when he was
person.
coming up.
I'll put it to a white person who's well known. Tom Brady won a whole bunch of Super Bowls, but in the history book, it still shows that was a deflated ball there. This was a referee call. It's a part of history. We can't erase either part if we talking about the human being.
What does that have to do with their accolades? When, as a people, when we get mad at folks, why do we try to take their accolades, the stuff that they did before they do
It's
it?
not taking accolades to say we
Why do
knew
we
that
take
they
that
was
stuff
doing
away?
this though, Evo. It's not
Why do
saying
we do that? We
it's
ain't
not
done half. We couldn't even
saying
touch them with a 10-foot pole, but we love to take away their accolades.
Evo. What we trying to say is because Diddy helped people vote, because he was sitting there on the front lines of a lot of different
Diddy
movements,
was a mogul. We can't take
does not he's still a mogul.
you
That's
can't
not
take away none of his accolades.
you cannot that does none of this takes
Diddy
away
been smart. He
anything.
been doing things. We can't
No,
take that stuff away. But people try to do
Same way
everything.
you
what's
can't
up?
take away Al Capone
Hey, Carl. What's up, Carl? I
What's
said
going
what's
people.
up
on?
before, but I
You
was
can
talking
say
to
it's
myself.
some people. What's up,
Stay
Carl?
quiet in
It's
What's
here.
some
going
people
on?
who say Al Capone was
What's
good
up, Carl?
people. Al Capone helped
Stay
my family
quiet,
get out the
Carl.
hood.
No,
There's a
somebody
lot of
said
people who say,
this.
"Oh yeah, this person is a monster." We can't say, Steve Jobs started Apple, but that doesn't make him a good father. His daughter has a whole tell-all about how she was neglected
What
as
does
him
the
being a
two have to do with
billionaire.
each other? What do
I'm
those two have to do
I'm
literally
with each other?
connecting the dots for you.
So
I'm a,
he's a billionaire. What does that have to do with him taking care of his kids? You see how we put stuff, it don't even go together. You get what I'm saying?
Oh
I
my!
was
It's
I was
part
just
of
gonna
the
say this.
human
I was gonna
being that
say
he
this.
is.
If you really recall our history, right? They didn't take away the accolades of Woody Allen. They didn't take away
Yes.
the accolades of Elvis Presley. You know,
Yep.
we could go on and on. There is a disparagence here. There is a bias here.
I
My
gave an
thing,
example of Johnny Depp
Yeah.
earlier. If you was
right.
listening, Carl, in
No,
the
I
white
just came in,
woman.
brother.
No, I'm just letting you know. I was giving an example, but what
Hmm.
I'm saying to Evo is that you cannot say in the same sentence. And please tell me if I'm wrong or right, bro. If you say good people are capable of doing bad things, then you can say in such basically, if so facto, bad people are capable of doing good things. And what I'm saying ultimately, if we are talking about the human being, we have to talk about the complete human being. We're not taking away accolades. You can say Hitler had free healthcare. Hitler had free college, but he still killed a lot of people. That's the human being that we talk. We're not taking away from anything,
But
especially
I'm saying
our
it's two
people.
different things. It's two different things. And for some, and let me tell you something. I'm
I
not
think
comparing them
I
white
think
folks to
let's
us.
let me try to use this word then. We have to strip you of your power.
Yes, we
So
have
the
to take
only way to
everything
strip
away us. We got to
right.
do it to our brothers and sisters.
So
Yes.
if we're gonna strip you of your power, we have connection that gives you the money, gives you the notoriety and so forth.
Yes.
We have to disgrace you. Once we
So,
do that, then you cannot come out here and play R. Kelly no more because you broke.
Carl. So can I
See?
ask you something?
Yep.
As black folk,
Mhm.
how is it taken away from anybody by saying we know he's a musical genius, but we all knew this is shocking to y'all in the rest of the world. We all knew he was a freak. We never had a problem with him being a freak. Y'all got the problem with him being a freak. We not taking nothing. I'm still bumping Diddy. I'm still bumping Kelly. I'm still playing. I'm still playing the Cosby
Wait a
Show.
minute, wait a
I'm still
minute, wait a
playing
minute.
It's a Different World from where we come from. I'm still
But
playing
see,
everything.
you're not. But see, this is the part that you slightly is forgetting. You're not of today's generation. You're of the previous generation. That's why you can hold fast like that. You was there when they started. These people wasn't even around or born at that time. So the more ultra sensitive society that we have, they're the ones going after this. It's not the 40,
Carl,
50 year olds. It's the 30 and 20-year olds that
Carl,
got something to say.
Carl, I agree with
Followers?
you.
And don't know the
I'll
history.
agree with you, but I gotta disagree because I'll use another white example. We look at Bruce Jenner, and that's a person who's older than I believe
Why
everybody
you keep
on
talking
there.
about white folks though? They
He,
don't
But
have our same
well,
experience.
I,
hold up. You're still using the
I'm
same
giving it.
example.
I'm giving
When you
it.
say
Hold
Bruce
on.
Jenner,
Can
when
I
you say
finish?
Bruce Jenner,
He's been
okay,
influenced. I'm talking about an older person from an older generation who's been influenced and acts like somebody from the newer generation. I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying
right?
that there's a group of followers in every generation that's being influenced by this new mindset. And they're saying, again, especially, it's not even a new mindset. I've given examples in this live of black men being torn down in the court of public opinion, even if they've been proven innocent in the court of the actual law. But because you've been tarnished in the public eye, you can't do business, you can't be reputable the same way. So I
That's what I'm
agree with
talking
you.
about. The public eye.
Let
That's
me
what
I
ask you a
agree.
question.
That is the
Let me ask
public
you a
eye.
question.
But
Let
I'm
me
talking
ask you a
about
question.
as the public eye, tearing our people down. That's why it's so easy for the white folks to come in and do it because we've already put a knife in their heart. They are bleeding out. White folks ain't got to do nothing to them.
Let me go back to
You know what I'm
something real
saying?
quick. Let's go back to something. When I mentioned Don Cornelius, when I mentioned J, James Brown, okay, we know they was domestic violence posters about
Yeah,
these guys
they
all
sure
over,
was.
but
Mhm.
we didn't have nothing to say. Look at now today. If Rick James was still alive, they would have went after him the same way.
Yeah, they
It's
gonna
people
take
who's
all
on.
our heroes and we gonna help them.
It's
Now,
Something
people
now,
happened
online.
now, now look at Luke, Uncle Luke. Where's he at right now?
to them. Yeah.
Do
He
you
didn't
understand
stay
what
in
I'm
the
saying?
public eye long enough.
Exactly. So it's about the generation of when these guys were around during this
Uh-huh.
ultra sensitive versus like Uncle Luke. Let me bow out before shit gets hot because I know
Yeah,
they'll come after me.
gotta get in, get out.
If
You
Rick
got
James
to.
didn't die,
What you gonna do?
You
if
could
Rick James
use
didn't die, he would have been up there above Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, and the rest of them.
you could use all
Yeah,
of them examples, but I'm gonna use one person as an example who learned to pivot those accusations, not even accusations. He got found guilty of everything, served time. Mike Tyson has reinvented himself so much after having to deal with being bankrupt, being again in the public eye. He was still a champion. He was still Mike Tyson. He's still Mike Tyson. He's still I do shrooms, I do drugs. He's still the
But he
same
got a lot
person,
of white
but he
friends.
has
I was
shown
gonna say it. I was
There's a
waiting to
difference.
say it,
Big
cause
difference.
he has conformed to like the white folks wanted him to conform. You know what I'm
When
saying?
you compare it to Diddy, Diddy don't have a lot of white friends. He has a
did
lot
he
of
have
white business associates, but he don't have a lot of white friends. There's a
Diddy was
difference.
on top of them. And
no,
how
he
long is
wasn't
he
on
gonna
top
stay
of
there?
He
Yeah,
wasn't on top of
Diddy was
them.
on
you
the
know
top.
He was
the
eye to
thing
eye
the
with
thing was
them.
this.
Yes,
He
he was on the
He
that's
was
top.
eye to eye with them.
That's where it became a problem because
Yes.
again, y'all could say it's the generation. I could call it what y'all want to call it.
It
If you take it
is.
back to the Bible, you have to
Don't do
humble
that.
yourself. If you want to
What
take
year
it to
is
the
this?
48 laws of power, you have to not outshine
What
the
year?
master.
Listen to what you're saying.
Yeah,
What
that's
year is this? This is
This is
2025.
2000.
So 20 years ago, 20
Did
years
he?
ago, listen to what you're saying. If someone was born, let's say 1995, how old would they be right now?
30. It's
Okay.
2025.
And that person that's 30 years old is in a position of power to take down Diddy. Now, was they here before 95? No. Same thing with Trump. You are looking at people that are only going by what they know from 1995 coming now. They don't know about
But
the 70s Trump, the 80s Trump.
Yeah,
that's
that's
It's
not
a
true.
what
big
I'm talking
difference.
about. Is but Carl, what I'm saying is this: it's how and what you're educated on. It's how you're educated on topics and what you're educated on. It's some young kids who know, especially if you're in the black culture. Like I said, this is not a surprise, but that does not mean that we
It's a
not
surprise to
listening
me to
and
be
we not
sitting.
still put.
It's a
It's a
surprise for
surprise.
me to sit here and watch a movie or watch a TV show. It could be broad daylight. Damn, I could be watching Price is Right for God's sake, and I see two black guys kissing in a commercial. Now, to
It
me,
is.
that would be shocking, but to a 30-year-old, oh, that's normal.
Normal, yeah.
No, no, it's not. Because again,
What?
if you are
It's
raised a
normal in
certain way,
2025.
if you
They're the
raised
ones
a
that
certain
pushed it.
way, if you raised a certain way, it is not, it is still shocking to you, and it's because you have been taught that there was a way that things were done prior to this being hypersexualized and hyper popularized in our culture, and you are taught along with that that they're doing this not only for a specific reason, you're taught the specific reason, which I won't get into on this platform because I don't want to get Evo canceled and get too black power. It's you know I'm going call. You know
I'm
But
just
but
going
you
by
you would be
I'm
you
going
wouldn't be
by
surprised though
generation.
because you see it all the time. You would be surprised that they do it on TV. Why? It's the norm now. You know what I'm saying?
I go by generation because like I said before, I was brought up in an era where just because you can don't mean you should. The generation that born after 1990 don't believe in that.
but I agree. I
So
absolutely agree.
and now look at it. Those guys that's born 1990 don't believe in that. But now you got the guys that's born 2000 that's taking it 5 levels up.
And
Remember,
the ones
look at
born in
recently. Look at
2010.
recently. Look at recently. There is more assaults against police officers today. We just had a cop get jumped by two
Yo,
motherfuckers. That was
that's the
unheard of in
migrants.
2000. That was
That's the
unheard of in the
migrants.
90s. You couldn't just walk up to an off-duty cop and rob him. But today, niggas are doing that like water.
Because they don't
That's
fear like they used to back in the day.
that's
Exactly.
man. And I gotta ask y'all this. I don't want to say it being ignorant. But y'all know them foreigners always did ignorant stuff, and all they really was worried about was getting deported. I've been hearing that since I was a kid. You know these foreigners doing what they do. They walk around with them razors in their mouth, slashing people in the faces. I'm from the Bronx. Like you said, I'm an
But
'80s
we
baby.
never saw,
That's what
but
I
we
was saying.
never,
They don't
but
care
we
about
didn't
that.
see, but wait a minute. We didn't see in the last 20, 30. We didn't see ICE roaming up and down the whole boroughs looking for illegal immigrants.
Yeah, because we didn't have the internet first of all, we
The
had a whole
internet got
different
nothing to
reason.
do
We
with
had
it.
a
It's
we
the
had a whole different it
generation.
is no, it's the internet
We're not
showing
talking
these
about,
gener
listen what you're saying.
we
We're
show
not
but the
talking about
internet
45,
Carl, can I just
55 year
finish?
old.
Carl, it's those migrants is coming over whatever
No,
age,
I
Carl.
said the people that's making the calls, the people that are in charge. We're not talking about no 40, 50, 60-year-old people. We're talking about people that are coming up saying, you know what, we're going
Man,
to change the
Carl,
rules.
Carl, you know that generation is a neighborhood watch. Y'all some of the most snitching, telling.
They see it. I mean, older people see everything though.
But
But
they
Yeah,
fell
they
y'all
back.
be
making
in the
calls. We
bike
don't.
But
groups
I
they
don't think
watching.
we making
Y'all be
calls
watching,
though.
seeing
I
if
don't
people
know.
is taking up
but
the
they
parking
fell
that don't
back
got nothing to
though.
do with y'all. All of
They
that.
fell they fell back though. But if you look at the ones coming up behind them, they the ones that's in positions to say, you know what, I know this been going on for 30 years. We're gonna change it. It's the younger generation behind them that is changing all this shit because they don't believe in just because I
But
can don't mean
Carl,
I should. They are
but
saying, fuck
Carl,
it. Why
but
can't I?
Carl. But the
Yes,
thing is this:
they feel it.
we talking about a generation that is feeling y'all don't get in y'all feelings much. But y'all definitely feel a way when these younger people are holding the status quo that again I have been raised in. This Diddy stuff is again, if he's guilty, the whole music industry is guilty, the whole film industry is guilty.
There's a lot of
Every
people.
man, every manager that promised anybody anything is guilty because
All
you didn't know it was a
enablers.
guarantee. All of these people
Yeah.
in all of these different career fields should have their
And you're
peers
right. You're
up,
right.
but like you
Photographers,
said,
DJs,
yeah,
Never
promoters,
happened.
everybody has
security,
used their dick to get ahead. Or
sec,
as you
sec,
say, you want to get backstage? Come here.
listen, we could take it. We could take it to the popcorn person. Hey, you want a little bit extra on that popcorn, girl? You looking a
Exactly.
little, you
Exactly.
look a little good with that. That baby yours? Oh, that's not your nephew. That is your. Where the father at? Like it
I agree
is.
with what the lady said earlier. Back in the day, and I'm just saying, before this whole Diddy came out, niggas would bite your arm off to get in backstage with Diddy, man.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to be a part of Diddy. And this is the
Man,
thing.
people.
You cannot say, and this is gonna be harder. And I've tried to ask this question before. If you gonna say fuck Diddy, you gotta say fuck Notorious B.I.G. Because there's no way you can watch a video of Biggie
Yo,
and
whoa,
don't
whoa,
see
Without
L.
seeing
whoa,
Diddy. Yep.
whoa,
Come
whoa.
on.
The only thing
Without
I'll say is
seeing
this. Only thing I'll say is this. Biggie died. He got unalived when he was barely a adult. So the things that he was participating in as a minor, legally, he's not responsible for. I'm just talking about the legal part, y'all. I'm just talking about the legal part. He was
I'm gonna just say you
I
have
can
not
swear he's a
heard.
grown man.
Listen, you have not heard
nah,
Biggie
a
or
lot of
Little
those
Kim.
songs. He was a
Listen to
teenager.
what
He
you're
was
saying.
20. He
There,
died when
there's.
pardon me.
But have you heard Little Kim, Biggie, or Faith Evans' name, or even Total mentioned in this whole fiasco?
No, they
Because they
mind
were
their business. That's how they should
Thank
do
you.
it. Mind
They're
your
not
business. Have
mentioned.
some loyalty to the man that put you on.
They're
Nobody
not
got no
mentioned.
loyalty
you
Right.
at
not
all.
they're not
A bunch
mentioned
of money
because
grabs.
first of all, it's already enough people. Excuse me. It's already enough people that the prosecution have brought up that have made the defense's case. If they brought in those people who actually, like you are saying, have a sense of loyalty, because the people who don't have no loyalty to him have shown that he's innocent of the things that he's been accused of, at least the
But what
things
about the
that
what
he's
about
in
the
jail,
people?
he's incarcerated for. I'm not
But
talking
what
about
about
any
the
other thing.
people that was physically there? If you're telling
And
me that this chick was at, let's say, the Hamptons party where all this shit was going down, there were politicians also at that party. There was other celebrities at that party.
it was
Why
the
they're not
prince.
mentioned?
Hold on, Carl. I want to piggyback off you. We gotta talk
Hmm.
about we gotta get Interpol involved because
Oh,
you gotta talk about Princess Diana. You gotta talk about
oh,
Prince Henry, Prince
oh.
Harry, because they all been to the party. They
They're
all
not on
been
the
there.
witness list, though. You
No.
notice?
And exactly, they not go like y'all
They get
say
his ass
because he's
money
not
grabs.
guilty. They not going. This is not like
Wait a
back in the
minute.
day when
Hold
they had
on. Hold
real
on,
racketeers, where they had the mobsters, where you would
sir.
bring in one of these celebrity whoever it was, you bringing them in, but he's
Sir,
not guilty.
I don't
I
know
want to
what
see.
trial you are watching, but I don't, or maybe you don't know much about how RICOs work. But let's say this. Let's say
Hmm.
that what they're saying is true. That he took her music advances, would only give them to her if she did a freak off. Let's say that is true.
That hasn't been proven though.
Let's
You
say,
just
because
saying let's say.
apparently there's evidence.
But there
Anyways,
hasn't
let's
been.
move it
It
on,
hasn't. If you just
sir,
mentioned,
And say
you
he
sir,
just
say she say, let her
you
sir,
finish. Let her finish.
exactly.
sir.
Oh,
I'm
let
Listen,
her
talking
But
finish.
about.
Let her finish.
I'm letting
I'm
you.
only
I'm letting
referring
you
to one
finish.
thing, and
But
I'm gonna like to finish.
I'm
Okay,
letting
you
you
just talk
finish.
for a while. Okay,
That was
let's
me, Carl,
say
and Evo.
that people go out and they buy things for these freak offs, and they book hotel rooms. They do all this on the corporate credit card. There
right.
is no division between his own funds and so-called bad boys funds or Diddy Dirty Money or
Hmm.
whatever the hell funds.
Right.
They're all the same. They're incommingled. They're commingled. What would that be called?
That's
I'm
not
just
called.
asking
That's
you.
it's technically not called
Mm.
racketeering.
Okay. So
That's called
you
honestly,
have a whole
honestly. If
network
we're
of
talking about,
people
if
that
you
work
have the,
together to
you ask me
Listen
make
a
to what
something
she's
question,
saying.
illegal
you ask me a
successful
question. I just want to
over and
finish
over
answering.
again. The monies come in, monies go out, all to the same accounts, the same person. That's illegal acts. You have people
Right,
under you. Everybody keeps quiet, even though they know.
right.
And this is
Know
not.
about what?
Is
That
this
you're
this is
It has.
Rico?
contacting,
This is
that
Rico.
you're contacting legal businesses for their business.
Freak offs are legal business,
Did he? Which one of these were illegal sex workers? All of them were coming
sir.
from legal businesses. If you are
Sir,
talking about the
I
same
don't think
trial
you're
that you accuse
understanding.
me,
Okay. Let's act like I'm
you
act like I'm the
implied that
IRS.
you
Act like
The
I'm the
implied
question
IRS,
is,
and we're not
question,
talking
implied
about free.
question.
We're
this
not
is not
talking
the
about
IRS. They're not talking about
prostitutes.
taxes.
We're talking about
You're
the
doing
money right now.
something different. This is
L,
not
Okay, we're
your
something
listen.
different by talking
racketeering.
about the money. Because see,
Racketeering
you can't
is
come
L,
not
on here and
money.
listen.
say that
Racketeering
this
L,
is
man
kid.
is innocent. You
Racketeering
can't
is
do that.
kidnapping.
You don't. I mean, well, you
Racketeering
can. It's your
is
mouth.
extortion. None of this
no,
is
no, 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 no.
extortion.
L,
What is
L,
wrong? Who
L.
said extortion?
All they have to
Who
That's
said
prove.
that?
racketeering.
You?
That's what he's on trial
L,
for.
He's on
L, the
trial for
Rico.
extortion.
Listen,
Who
He's on
else
L,
are
trial
Rick.
for
interested?
racketeering. Racketeering, you have
Okay.
to prove
Are you gonna let
kidnapping. You
anybody
have to
speak?
prove
Rock
extortion.
out, dog.
Are you gonna
Rock
let
it
anybody speak?
out.
Because I got
You
a
got
question
it.
to ask you. RICO is when you're using the funds from the business to
Yeah.
do illegal activity. You have
Okay.
to
No.
connect that dot. Now, if what she's saying is true, which we know is not, but she's saying an example. If
Where
both
is the illegal activity, Carl? I said
You
these were
listen to
legal
really.
what
businesses.
You know what? And this is the
If
problem.
you
This is the
contact,
problem.
if you
Because
contact
it's
a,
okay
if
for
you
some people to do
contact
wrong because
a,
these are people y'all look up to.
if
And
you
that's
if you
wrong.
contact,
if
if
you
you
get a hookup,
contact, can I ask y'all something?
if you get a hookup
Why
and
are
you
these
use the
websites
business
online?
account, that's
Why are
RICO.
these websites online? Why are people able to make these calls
What kind of
and
question
say,
is
"Oh,
that?
I want this
Right.
person"?
You
It's
know
the
what?
These
Let
are
me
legal
internet.
businesses that
I
pay
don't.
taxes. All
They're
these
not
people, these
listening. You're
sex
not
workers,
listening.
quote
You're over
unquote,
talking.
they work tax,
okay.
they pay
You're
taxes. This is
over
not
Are
talking.
illegal.
You're
you
not
in Vegas?
listening.
'Cause, I mean, not Vegas, but are you in the state of Nevada? Because I
At the
don't think
end of
you're
the
able
day,
to
no
do
matter
sex
where I
work in
am, I understand
Colorado.
the
I mean, I can
law.
see
I
it's
don't think
done.
you
It doesn't make it
listen.
legal.
Listen to what we're saying.
If you are in
If
the
you are
state,
listen. If you are in New York, you're in New York. You got money, and you call some escort service in California to come
he
to New
did not
York.
do that.
Listen,
That's not
listen.
what
Oh
happened.
my
Wait,
God.
wait,
Let
wait,
me
You're
let me
wait.
finish
you're
the
presenting
example.
a null and void
Wait, LJ. I just
situation.
want to hear
He
how
even
you gonna
took his
finish
drug
this one.
dealer.
Go ahead.
Say it, Carl. Like,
Listen,
what's his charge?
listen.
Go ahead,
My
Carl.
thing is this: no matter where you, if you're in New York and you say, "Listen, I want this chick to float out New York to give me head," this is the catch. Are you using a business expense to pay for that?
Right.
And this is the crime.
Because
When
Diddy
she
did.
when she got there and she told you no, did you rape her? Now we're
Okay,
talking
what's
about
happening
a
here?
RICO kid.
Here's some.
Talking about
Do
federal
you think
crime. You're
Rico and
talking
rape is
about
the same damn thing? What's
no,
happening
you
here?
do.
Well,
Apparently
I didn't
you
hear
do
about
Then
because you
the
think he's
say R
guilty.
word, y'all. Don't say the word. I didn't hear
because
about the
okay,
R. I didn't hear about the
meaning that
R word. I didn't hear about that.
meaning if there's any type of force involved in over somebody's will, that becomes a criminal matter. When you
They have
use
not
drugs,
shown
when
that.
you use money. Well, see,
They
this is the
have
thing.
both used
Here,
drugs.
for
You can't, if both of you
coercion.
are addicts and you are both willingly taking
Crazy as
drugs,
hell.
that is not that's you're not dosing somebody. If
Well,
you're
that's a
both
defense.
are
Wait,
That's
his
addicts,
lawyer said
racketeering,
he
though.
wasn't responsible because he was an addict then. Nigga,
neither one of
bye. Stay
what do you
there.
mean? That is
I
not the
will say this
crime
to the
that he's
black
on
lady.
trial
She's good.
for. That's not the crime he's on trial. He's on trial for racketeering. And y'all
Okay,
trying to
you know
say
what? You're
that
going to have to
he
stop that.
transported sex workers and he didn't. He contacted and he didn't contact. Another person contacted a willing participant, as
We
everybody
already
has
know.
That
We
shown.
worked
know in
for
the beginning that
him.
Everybody
they
has
were that
They
shown.
he was
worked
saying
for
that they
him.
contacted sex
You're
workers.
not
Under her
listening.
Why is
own
everybody in
testimony,
the
she
beginning
said
that, that this is
she
something
was
we
a willing
already knew?
testimony.
Then you guys
But
come
they
all in
worked
here
for
all late not
him.
knowing shit and then trying to tell us what's
So
real.
what? You can
We done
work for
been watching
somebody
this
and
shit.
what do you
This is just
mean?
a
No,
She didn't
dog
work
named
for
Diddy
him.
that's
She was
9
no,
his
years
no,
old.
woman. She
no.
Be
didn't work for him.
serious. I
If
got
you
a
work for
dog
the
named Diddy
person,
that's 9 years
She
old.
didn't
All
work for
right.
him though.
And every time somebody asks
Cassie
me
didn't
why
work
I
for
name
him.
my dog Diddy, I tell them because they're motherfucking vicious. So I mean, do you know Diddy?
And
You been to any of the parties?
clearly
Let me
you
ask you
have
that.
bias. Clearly you're biased, and clearly this is why you
Clearly,
want
I'm
they
people
have
biased.
like
you,
you.
I'm
listen,
biased
in
because
case,
I don't
That
but,
is
feel like
A
bias.
you
but
know
if you
so forth and
remember,
so on. I
he
can't
has
say I
you
don't
as
know
his
where you work. Do you work in
employee.
law? Do
He
you?
has you.
Do
I
you?
have a law degree. I do.
Wow. And this is what you're thinking?
I have a law degree, and I'm only
That's
telling you.
awesome. That's awesome.
every lawyer who's been
Wow. I'm fucking
interviewed,
shocked that you wasted your money.
everybody who works in law who's been interviewed has said that the prosecution has not built the case for the
They
actual
haven't.
Well,
crime.
then
So what
good
are
Haven't
you
for
connected it
saying?
yet.
you.
They
I'm
got
Who are you
glad.
to say
So I'm
anything
hoping you're getting
different?
people
Please,
off
we're
because
asking
that's
you.
terrible.
Everybody is begging you to
I
prove the
haven't heard
accusations because
anything
you're not
that
saying anything
connects the
besides hearsay.
business.
For
That's all
real.
they got to prove is they got to connect the business to it. That's
And
all.
that's exactly
So
what they've done
now, what I've heard,
They have
this is
over
what
and
not.
over
no,
again.
this is the only
Who?
part that
Which
listen
witness connected
legally,
that dot?
legally.
Please.
This is what
They
I'm going to tell
haven't
you.
yet. They got 8
Legally,
weeks though. They got
legally,
6 weeks.
all
6 more weeks.
this is what they have to. This is what they have done. There are employees that work for Diddy that participated in the transportation, the communication of these people for sex. Now that could be a stretch, but it can be a connection.
Okay,
The
so
only
today his
person that's
personal
involved
assistant,
was his,
Right.
not his
A
personal
personal
Capricorn,
assistant.
assistant,
hit the
his
fan. What do you
partner,
think
his
about that,
girlfriend,
attorney?
It
his
What do you
longtime
think about
side chick.
Capricorn's testimony? What do you think about that?
it
Tell us
gotta
about
be
it. You been watching?
I didn't
What's
watch
up?
the recent
I've been
one.
watching
I
every
didn't
Well,
watch
day.
what's
I think
up?
his
I didn't
Did
watch
you
it
mother's
yet.
watch Miss
her mother
Capricorn
testimony was most
today on the
damaging.
stand? What's up?
I didn't watch it
I
today.
did.
Who was up there today? The mother, Cassie mother.
No, that was
No, that was
last week.
last
Cassie's
week.
mother was up
I heard
there.
that was the most damaging in all of the testimony about
It
the
No,
wasn't the
you got to
most
hear
$20,000.
damaging. They
Capricorn.
just did the least between the mother and
The
the
twenty
best
thousand
friend.
dollars was
They just
damaging.
didn't
Oh, made
do
her,
any
yeah,
cross
and she
examination.
remortgaged her house.
But they
And you
they
know, and
said
then
it
they
was
talk
very
about, but he
damaging
sent it
though.
back.
That's not
Nigga, once you
damaging.
take the
That
money,
is
the
if you
crime is
extort
fucking
twenty thousand
done.
dollars
So
That's
out
you
of
get
not
a
it back
couple.
4
extortion.
days later.
No,
Get
And
yes
the
what
it
did she
fuck
is.
say
out
on
of
the
here.
stand?
No,
What
yes.
did she say?
Wait. I'm
Did she
on
not say
Diddy's
the money
side.
was returned?
Wait,
Did she
Boy,
not
LJ,
say the
I'm
I
money
on
ain't
was
saying
Diddy's
that.
returned?
Are
side.
you an
But
attorney?
that was bad.
Nigga,
What
you
that
ain't no
right
fucking
there, the
attorney.
text
Hey
message was bad.
L,
Stop
hey,
Yeah,
playing.
L,
y'all have a
Once
good
the
night. I
train
can't
got started,
stand.
the
There's
crime is
L,
enough
L.
done.
ignorance for me
Once
tonight.
you a
Y'all
You
just
gotta
don't know the
successful
law.
L.
attorney, where did you go to law school? Stop playing
Listen,
with me.
the best thing that
Stupid.
happened was when they had
Yeah.
the guy up there. This is the one that I watched when he was saying that he got the money from Cassie, the phone calls from Cassie, and
Mm-hmm.
even went to Cassie's house. Now, as an
Mm-hmm.
attorney, that can be to break down the characteristics of her.
Yeah,
You
they just
understand?
trying to
Which
embarrass this woman.
right. So if you're now saying that the victim is the one that called you to come over for the free
Means
call.
nothing.
I gave her the money. The girl gave Cassie gave him the money. No money was exchanged between him and Diddy.
Everybody already knew
Which
that
is very
Cassie
smart on
paid the
Diddy's
sex
part.
workers. We knew
Very
this
smart.
Right,
shit already. Now, when y'all
right.
hear it on the
He
stand,
wasn't
y'all hearing it
stupid.
for the first time. What are we
Mm.
doing here? This is nothing new. It was said that he did it the first time and told her she was responsible for doing it every time since then. Why is this
That's
new to you
smart.
guys?
Because
What
Hmm.
it
y'all need to
washes
do
his
is
hands
stop
of
giving
it.
opinion and start looking at some damn facts.
And I'm
That's
yeah, and
what's
That's
up.
smart. It
I'm
still
Cause
ain't
y'all
also
touch
got
his
it all
hand.
messed up. We already
It
done
still
heard
ain't
this
touch his
shit.
hand. So we can't say he
Everybody
did
know
it.
and
this shit
He did
already.
And to
But
your
just because a
point,
nigga said, now I understand. Come on
and
now.
to your and to
She
your
did
Get it,
it.
point,
Jonathan
Okay,
Odie,
she did
yo.
it.
to agree
He
with your
had access
point
to his
too,
money.
we have to look at the other females. It's not just Cassie. Other female, they have to connect that dot to say money directly came from him.
Yeah, I
And
think that's
Okay,
going to
so
be very
Dawn
hard to
Richards,
prove.
let's talk about her.
Yeah.
She was a shame. It was
Girl,
a
that
shame
was
for
a
that
mess.
dummy to get up
But then
on
you
the stand.
so look,
We
let's
all know
remember
she
this.
been
Who was
lying.
she married
She
to?
been lying since the beginning. We know this. I don't understand why they put that stupid. She's retarded. I don't know why they put her up there. And she folded up there too. Can we talk about how she folded like a piece of bread? You know what I'm saying? She was the
I'm gonna
worst
tell you what I think
defendant
happened.
ever. Like I ain't never seen nothing like that before.
I think
I
they
couldn't
rushed the
believe who she
judgment
was
put out
lying.
there. I think
And
they
then
rushed the
did you
judgment
hear?
put out there.
Did y'all hear how she supposedly drugged Quinnell, which was her boyfriend, when they was in making the band? Because you know
Oh
he went
Lord.
crazy, right?
Oh no, I did.
What? Y'all look into that and see. Dawn about to get her ass in trouble. She should have stayed her stupid ass up off that stand. Now let me tell you something. Her lawyer, that lady, I forgot that lady name. Wasn't that the same lawyer that got that girl from The Rock in trouble? What's the girl that was on Love and Hip Hop? Tiara
I forgot
Marie.
about that
You look
shit.
at Tiara Marie, all that money.
I
That's
forgot
the
about
same
that.
lawyer. I said we knew she wasn't gonna make it when I saw that
Yeah.
lawyer. That lawyer been messing up black women's lives from the beginning of time. I was like, hell no.
Anne-Marie.
Tiara Marie, yeah, that was her lawyer too. Y'all remember that? Well, I saw that lady. I said, ain't nothing good gonna come out of this. And they made Dawn look stupid up there on the stand. It got to the point where Dawn was saying, well, I don't recall and I don't remember. That's the most guiltiest line
you
to
know
ever say in a courtroom. I don't recall. You're lying. You're lying.
Well,
That was a money grab. And we
like
know
I
it.
said, so far from what I understand, I didn't watch everything yet, but I see them just saying he's convicted for being a cuckold because that's all it
A what?
is.
What's that?
Cuckold.
A
When
cuckold is like a man that watches his wife have sex with other people.
that's it.
That's all he did.
That's all.
Where you get where the name come from? What is cuckold?
That's the technical term.
Yeah.
Hell.
Right. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen. I don't
But
know
when
when
he
that
beat
ever
her
became
to make
illegal.
her do it, took her and other people across lines.
I don't think he made her do nothing. That girl was up there saying, y'all love freak offs.
Listen,
And
them
I
text
can't wait to
messages is
do it. And
damaging too.
all this
Them
nonsense.
text messages from her phone where she's saying, I
Yes.
can't wait.
Yes. I was so
Oh,
calm.
honey, you're talking
I had
about
a
a battered
parade when
little
I saw that.
girl.
I said, it's about
You
time
talking
that
about a
girl stopped
battered little
lying.
girl. Take a look at Cassie. Go back and look at Cassie when she and Diddy first got together. She was 19. You talking about a
that's
40-year-old
grown.
man.
Pretty
She was
much.
a little girl who ain't never been through shit in
So you
her
know what
life.
That's
sounds
grown.
you know what
You
that
got with
sounds like?
37-year-old man. You
This
deserve
is what it
everything
sounds
you
like.
get.
This
You
is what
being
it sounds
stupid.
like.
Your
Here's a
Don't know
mama
chick.
about
come
it being
now.
that damn grown.
Look at mama come now and say
Listen.
all this stuff.
Anybody
Where was
with
you when
damn
she was
kids will
going with
tell
this
you 19
37-year-old
ain't no
man?
damn grown.
You was
You know
getting
what
your
that sound
payout.
like?
You was getting your money too. That's what it was.
That sounds like all the females that was at Freaknik that regret showing their titties and ass when they was during that time. Now that they're older, they have
Ridiculous
regret.
as fuck.
Yeah.
Just listen. Come on, be reasonable.
How the
When
fuck
you was
that's
when
what
you
that
was in
sound
your
like? That's
20s,
ridiculous as
you
hell.
sent nude pictures to your boyfriends and you did all this freaky shit. Now that you're in your 30s, you regret that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Why?
Ain't nobody twist your arm to do that. You
You're
did that because
supposed
you
to
wanted
live
to
your
please
best
him.
life at that age.
You wanted
Well,
to please
then
him.
don't
So,
cry now. When the text message is
so
saying
why cry?
that I can't
Why
wait
cry,
for the next
motherfucker?
freak
If you do
off,
something to me, I'm gonna make your ass pay. I'm gonna hurt you where I know it hurt
That's
your
what
ass.
she
The
doing.
worst.
He
well,
got
that's
with
what she.
Miami.
Oh
He got
God.
with Miami, and now this is all payback because he put another woman in front of her. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And she got paid
She's a
millions of
very smart
dollars.
girl. She
Millions
did
of
the
dollars.
lawsuit
That's full of hell.
first, and once the lawsuit is done and I got my money, I'm gonna put more salt in
Yeah,
it.
now I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna get
bury him.
married. Hold
She
on,
ain't
I'm
want
gonna
to. She
get.
didn't even want to do the shit. What's wrong with you?
Not only I'm
I
gonna
hope
do the
that white
Shoot,
lawsuit.
and
man
they
leave
all
Listen,
her.
admitted
listen.
she didn't want to do the shit.
I want
They
you to
after
look at the
subpoena
top.
her ass, she wasn't
I
coming.
want you to look at the timeline
Come
before
on,
they
y'all.
even
Y'all
put.
gotta get this shit together now.
Look at
Don't
the
just be up here
timeline.
talking shit.
No, I'm
Free
not.
Diddy.
I look at the timeline before they put the handcuffs on him, right? Not only did she initiate a lawsuit,
Is this the
got the
fake lawyer
money,
talking shit?
but she also got married.
So
Yeah.
she got married like 3-4 years ago. What the
I
fuck?
think they set Diddy up for all of that.
Oh
Because
That's some
boy.
you
slow
know what
ass
white men
shit.
do, right? They not gonna physically hurt
Oh
you. They're
my
gonna hurt you
God.
in court. And that's
I'm gonna need to
exactly what
check
he
out
did.
your
Took all did he? I'm not gonna say
university.
all his money, but when it took $3-4 million or whatever, I think they set him up. I've been saying that from the beginning.
Yeah,
I
crazy as
still
hell.
think they set Diddy up. And she was sleeping with him way before he got away from she was sleeping with that Alex Fine, the white guy, way before
Her
she left him.
husband?
To
Her
the point where
husband?
Diddy found out that she was cheating
Yes.
on him.
Okay.
But
So
you were
she was
such a
asking,
victim.
she was
But you
For
find
the
asking,
love
she
of
said she was
money.
another
asking
penis
people
to
to help
swing
her,
on.
but
Come
nobody
on
would.
now.
Listen,
So,
listen.
They set
she
him
was
up.
I'm
supposed
not.
to just stay there. She was supposed to just stay there and keep taking those ass whoopings.
Shit, you might as well. How long was she there?
Okay,
20
no,
years?
oh
How
Lord
long was
Jesus.
she
Yeah,
there?
listen.
Years.
Wait a minute. You're telling me 11 years?
Yeah,
11.
11
Yeah,
years. My
honey, let me
bad.
tell you
Yeah.
something.
So
I
what's
had a
changed
friend named
now?
Pat.
Young
Her
Miami is
husband
what
been beating her
changed.
ass since the fucking beginning, okay? So that nigga
Young
died. This
Miami is what
motherfucker was in
changed.
the bed. She was taking care of that motherfucker.
She'd have
He
still
would
been
pull her
there if
close
Young
and
Miami
hit her
Listen.
wasn't
up.
there. She'd have still been there.
Okay? So, and you talking about 11 years. Pat had 4 fucking kids by this damn dude. He treated her all kinds of horrible. You for 11 years? Please stop talking when you don't know.
Yes,
And
11
I hope
years.
listen,
Cassie ain't had no
if
kids
you're
by
an
that
attorney, I'm
dude.
really gonna need
He
to know
ain't
where
had
you
no
work
kids
at.
by
Like seriously, because
at
this is
all.
not cool.
Mm-mm.
I
Let
ain't
me
never
tell you
met a
something.
motherfucking attorney like that.
If you got 11 years in you,
I'm
you got
not
the
an
rest of
attorney,
your life.
ma'am.
Okay,
I
because
have
I'm
a
a
I don't
law
know no
paralegal. I
degree.
was
woman that's
about to
getting her
check
ass
on
beat
that.
for 11
I have a law
years.
degree, meaning
I
that
was
And
going to
if
I
check
I
don't
on you.
believe
You
went
it.
and
got a law
passed the
degree don't mean
bar,
shit. My
It's
husband
not
got a law
believable.
degree. He
couldn't do
retired.
that. But
The
that's not what
fuck?
I wanted to do with my life.
Don't mean
And
shit.
I keep hearing women say, oh, she was a victim all 11 years. I keep saying it's hard to believe. You know what
She
I'm
said the
saying?
first 6
You ain't
months
gonna
were
beat my
good.
ass for 11 years. You bugging. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't. After
Yeah,
a while,
you
what
know
happens
what's
to when a woman's fed up? It
Damn,
but
don't
I'm
take
the
11
one.
years.
listen, this is what I don't understand. Why are you being defensive when you know that there's women out here that will lie,
Why are you
cheat,
acting like that
and
when I know there
everything
are,
else?
first of all, I was a victim's
Yeah.
advocate, so I know that there are people out here that are in really bad situations and they can't get out of them for one reason or another. And you're telling me that everybody knew he was beating the fuck out of Kim, but he just stopped when he got to Cassie. Everybody telling me that everybody
He
knew he
I'm
stopped
let
not
Kim
beating
def-
sleep
Kim, you
around with
saying?
people, but he just stopped when he
If
got
he
to
got
I'm
to
not
Cassie.
Cassie, why
first
we
of all,
Everybody
I'm not
knew all of this
I
shit.
am not defending Diddy at all.
I'm saying I think it was a setup. And I'm gonna keep saying that.
I
Well,
said,
fuck that.
It was
I'm
too
glad they set
perfect.
the bitch up then. What about
It
it?
was too perfect.
yeah,
And we
and
know I'm
timing.
from the hood, right? I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from the hood. I know multiple, and this probably gonna get me in trouble. I'll cut it out later. I know multiple in the Spanish community. Shout out to them that have set their daughters up to go get the money. However it is.
hmm
And that's exactly what this was. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all know what I
And they was
mean, I'll
groomed.
tell you
Yep.
in the DMs. But yeah, they set they kids up.
They was
And we seen
groomed.
people do it to R. Kelly too. They set
hmm
they daughters up to go get that money and come back
hmm
and play victims. Like they didn't send them, like they wasn't casting
Yeah.
checks. All them years that they daughters was over there getting the ass whipped, getting all this stuff happen. Then you come back like, oh my God, my daughter, 11 years, you ain't know? Come on now, very hard
Yeah.
to believe. Almost
Yeah.
unbelievable. You know what I'm saying?
Because I got some bad news to share with you since you mentioned something. Bad Boys concert, I got paid a lot of money to handle that security, right? There was none of that shit. All the shit that you hearing about, you didn't see none of that during the Bad Boy concert.
Right.
And we had 3 of them over here that I was dealing with. We didn't see none of this shit.
Yeah.
So
We saw the
it's
text
a
messages
shot.
though.
Well, we seen the tag. This is after the fact, but during that whole process, backstage, behind the scenes, we didn't see none of that shit. All we
Yeah.
saw was a motherfucker that was hyped up on something that wouldn't go to sleep, and he performed.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? The prayers in the background, all of that. Come on,
Yeah.
it's
All
just
these
hard.
people saw this stuff, never said nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, really? But y'all
And
care so much
everybody wanted
now.
to be there. I mean, really, there wasn't a single person on the East Coast that, I mean, people would do whatever to be at that concert. I watched it.
Crazy.
People do anything. So I don't know.
It's a lot.
Celebrities, regular people, everybody wanted to be a part of it. And I know so many people. They went home with souvenirs, the hats, the bad boy
Yeah,
hats, and
I've
all of
been
this
at a Diddy
stuff.
concert. I went
Come
to
on,
the No Way Out tour.
come
I
on, man.
took my mama to the No Way Out tour when she was alive. So I
Now
know
all of a
exactly
sudden
what
we're
you're talking
against
about.
it. Come
Yeah,
on,
we still
man.
got souvenirs and all that stuff. My mother went, she went crazy in there buying me stuff. And yeah, I'm saying it was her first concert with her daughter. And you know what I'm saying? Like I just know the feeling and you know what I'm saying? That's how I'm like, damn, all these people turn on him now. You know what I'm saying? They feel like he in there forever, he can't get out, so they really showing ass.
Come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
people that he made a name for them, put them out there, and this is the things he get. But that's how the black
And I
community
and
do
and
black
I
community.
and I'm noticing it could be a distraction as well because it takes away from people looking at other people, female, that should be locked the fuck up. Like your Meg Thee Stallions.
Crazy. I
Like,
don't know about Meg Thee Stallion though, because I really think she believed that he shot her. I really think that.
yeah, I bet she did.
I really think that
hmm
and he confessed to it. Y'all remember when he confessed to it. So
But
why would she
regardless,
think otherwise?
because guess what? Like we said, there was no gunpowder residue on him. It was on Kelsey.
So then they should lock
Kelsey.
Kelsey up then.
Right.
Her back was turned. You remember her back was turned.
I know that
Right?
was a small.
So she don't know.
That's a small SUV. I know that shit.
And that's a big ass girl too. But
You
he was
can't
real
see.
small. I don't see the connection why she liked him, but opposites attract.
Oh,
You
that
know,
was money. That was money again.
yeah, it's crazy.
Again.
Yeah, this was a great show. We did a good job. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Monique and CashApp. You know what I'm saying? And who we had? We had LOL. We had Coach Ferg. We also had D Shield. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all. We had Rob Hines. Y'all said this is a great show. The first show back. Well, I tell you, I'm in so much pain. I got the arms hanging to the side. But this is a great
Lord.
show. You know what I'm saying?
Lord.
And you are going to see more from us next week. We start out with our new shows. So y'all pay attention. We're going to have a lot of people putting them in the front seat. You know what I'm saying? Letting them go off and show their talents and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Get their opinions. I'm playing more the background role. You know what I'm saying? And letting my people shine some. You know what I'm saying? So we have a good time with this. We got a lot of stuff coming for y'all. You know,
I might give a show from the Barbados.
yeah. Yeah. And anything that y'all might want to talk about, y'all want to send me clips. I know I used to say don't, but now I want to see what y'all into. So yeah, send me the clips, DM to me. You know what I'm saying? Let me know, you know what I'm saying, what y'all thinking, what y'all want us to cover. This was all about ladies acting bad, and we saw a lot of stuff happening. You know what I'm saying? We definitely got to do one for the men that's coming up. You know, our next show is Thursday. You know, we got a great show, the live ladies. I got a really fly, real hype topic. I think all the ladies gonna want to chime in, all the fellas gonna want to chime in, and you know what I'm saying, we back at it. You know what I'm saying, we are back at it. I'm so glad to be back with y'all. You know, and I heard, you know what I'm saying, but I ain't gonna talk about it. I got some bad news. You know what I'm saying, my Knicks is gonna be all right.
I've been hearing a lot of shit about that, but okay.
We got to talk about my Knicks. We definitely got to do that. I ain't missed my opportunity. But we're going to talk about it in the next session of EVO-ISMS Live. You know what I'm saying? It's episode 123. I want to thank all y'all for coming out, y'all, my peoples. I love y'all. And I will see y'all Thursday. I'm about to get ready to call it a night. You know what I'm saying? And I see y'all Thursday. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night, y'all.
Salute.
All right.
Good night.
What it mean to be the best? Riding foes, feeling unimpressed. Make me reminisce, throwing bows, bend the corner, set my mind up on the goal. All I know is stay down, bad, I'm the goal. Okay, feel like the best, the great. Now ain't no debate. Yeah. Okay, feel like the best, the great. Now it ain't no debate. Yeah, I ain't gotta say much. Know the boy got a touch. Another win, feel the rush. Another win, feel the rush. See me once and got a crush. See you twice and that's enough. Get the ring sized up, and that's for the championship. Yeah, I dropped in, feeling like I need a top 10. Clean sweep, get the mopped in. No roof, yeah, I hopped in. Champagne spraying, popped in. Popped in, popped in. Paramedics on the speed dial. Turn the party to a mosh pit. Locked in. Supreme confidence, can't do broken promises. You can't talk the way I talk when you ain't got no accomplishments. On top taking up space, ain't no room for occupants. Always knew I had to glow, ain't no chance of blocking it. Okay, feel like the best, the great. Now it ain't no debate. Yeah. Okay, feel like the best, the great. Now it ain't no debate. Yeah, I dropped in, feeling like I need a top 10. Clean sweep, get the mopped in. No roof, yeah, I hopped in. Champagne spraying, popped in. Popped in, popped in. Paramedics on the speed dial. Turn the party to a mosh pit. Locked in. Okay, feel like the best, the great. Now it ain't no debate. Yeah. Okay, feel like the best, the great. Now it ain't no debate. Yeah.